doing like a full like commentary and like answering a lot of questions. I can't do it. Like, I get people doing it like over their gameplay as like a VOD thing, but that's a skill to just sit there and just still play casually and fry while you're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have game audio. He was there like, I'm going to present to you Call of Duty, but he was testing one of the best snipers in the world, especially in Call of Duty. This guy, I'm sure he's already got some ridiculous clips on his YouTube, on his social media.
You're sitting next to other great snipers alive too, Joe.
Honestly, it just depends. If you're about 7 to 8 hours in, your hands are warmed up. That's the hot spot, yeah.
Not that we recommend gaming that long, but I do it every day. Over to Sean J Gaming, looking for the angles. Nice little cheeky position there as people are pushing out, able to line up multiple. You see the health port in effect too. They just cutting through the opposition, trying to work towards that E-cap. We get back over to Drifter. Well, getting in the boat didn't go super well for me. That's what I was talking about earlier. Deputy Hadmat, you got to watch out for Enable because you're about to get had bad.
And listen, for some of these content creators, there are some demons in these lobbies in the Call of Duty Elite Pros that, listen, it's going to be tough for them to win.
Wait, what is Scott? Look at the kill.
He's on a chopper gunner. If we can go to Scott's point of view, I don't know if we can switch, but he's doing some crazy stuff on the streets.
I'm pretty sure I just saw like 7 to 8 straight kills.
Oh, that's a car. It's an RC car.
Classic. Frying the competition. Absolutely frying them.
Yeah, no, he has been. He has just keeping it rocking. AK 7-4U in hand. Streaks have been soaring. They're up 100 points, and the king is here. Well, again, surprise.
Timmy. Oh, Timmy's got an artillery called in. That's going to connect with you. You hear Jack. Jack is just lighting it up in the kill feed with the chopper gunner. It seems like some of our players starting to figure this out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys, like, it's been cool to see them like kind of come back to their roots. You know, they'll play other titles at times, but just coming back to their love for Call of Duty. Like Tim, for example, has just been loving the grind as a player. Courage JD, one of my best pals, and I hate to give him credit, but he's actually pretty nasty at the game as well.
Hutch has just been in the water.
He's exploring.
No, he is. Listen, that's what you're going to see.
Well, he's been playing like Flight Simulator as of late, so that probably feels more natural for him right now, just exploring. But I'll tell you what. If they put like I don't know what they're called, the wake runners, the jet skis in the game, like they put that in the CDL, do you think that Doug Spencer Martin actually could get on a pro team?
We'll have to look at the maps, but there's an opportunity. He's got the practice. He has the experience.
If there's a jet ski, there's a chance.
You know he's got the determination.
He's retiring. He's back. He's retiring. We love you, Doug Spencer Martin.
Oh my gosh.
He's just laughing.
All right, I'm going to show you guys.
This is really a game.
I pride myself in my accents, but he might be a little bit better at it than I am.
This map, besides the sniper rifle right now, because we don't have enough time left to
I don't
switch
think
up.
so.
But I'm going to show you guys, like the RQD.
Okay, so looks like a lot of people want to see the
the
sniper.
undisputed champ of weapons.
Well, yeah, it looks like it's just one of those maps that it's either like long range fights with a sniper or close range up close and personal with shotgun or an MP5. But there's been a few.
Dude, I kept hearing someone go, oh my gosh, that's his sub sound. That's what that was. I literally just kept hearing it going over and over and over again. I was like, what is going on in this stream?
That makes sense. Well, as he thanks the subs, we wrap up the first map. Leisha, enjoy that little 70 train. Hope you're having a great time. But we're going to go through a lot of different maps and modes. That was the first, the 12v12 on Armada.
And then you see some of, the post game. You have score, you have damage dealt, you have eliminations again. You had EKIA and Black Ops 4. It looks like that's making that return. And you can sort of see your past history throughout that. So that's awesome to see.
Yeah, very, very clean. But they'll get ready, locked and loaded to get into the next game as we continue on through the Cold War multiplayer reveal. We hope you like to look at the first map. But again, this is going to be a wide range. We're going to try and show everything, like more vehicle and sandbox maps like you just saw there. We'll get to smaller maps as well as we continue on through.
Check out Miami.
Yeah, Miami just looks... It was just easy on the eyes, right? It was just pretty. It was absolutely beautiful. But we kind of talked through the gameplay. We saw a lot of different POVs. To break down some of the best moments, we're going to toss it over to Nameless.
Thanks, guys. That was an incredible game. That was just a hilarious, fun, and entertaining way to kick off the day. And what I really like about Combined Arms is that it fits everybody's playstyle. There's things for everybody to do. You saw Marksman loving the boat. You saw a lot of people sniping. And then you saw some of our CDL pros like Scump using that AK-74U. I mean, the sniper can be so deadly on this map because there are super long-range fights that you can take from boat to boat. And if you really want to get crazy, you can try to snipe somebody off the zip line. But those guys are moving really, really fast, so it could be very difficult. So as you can see right here, we have Noah J. He's using a sniper and a shotgun, and Sky is one of our CDL pros. He was in the boat early on, and what I find interesting about the boats is you can operate the turret as you're driving it, and then a lot of the time, somebody's just going to throw a grenade or a C4 at you and just blows up right away. Yeah, Marksman was just hanging out with this boat. He was just driving around. He's the player that just enrages me when I'm playing. But right there, we just saw a boat just fly up into the sky out of nowhere. I think a naval just bumped into it, but you see some M4s. For those of you who love Warzone, the M4 is back, and it's fantastic in this game. You can see them beating people long range. Moving over to Symphony, this guy has the absolute best shot in the game. Nick Merckx is running that 74U as well. He was just trying to get up close and personal inside of some of the domination points, and he was playing real well early on, trying to pick up those streaks. And I also noticed a lot of players were loving to use that TAC laser, so you can just hip fire people up close and string together multi-kills, as well as the sniper right here with this fantastic headshots. He had an opportunity for the triple, and he was trying to get the feed, and you can hear him, he raged right there at the very end. And Hutch is one of my favorites, rolling around on that speedboat right here, channeling his inner jet ski, trying to pick up some kills. And, you know, the element of swimming is back, and it's also insane because when you're underwater, you can see people crystal clear from a distance. Legion as well with the sniper here, picking up some kill feeds, getting one of those final kill cams. Ultimately, his team ended up losing the game, but that was just an insane way to start it off. You saw Scump pick up that chopper gunner. He picked up like 8-9 kills. But for now, we got to watch some more gameplay. So take it away, Jess.
Thank you so much, Ant. Yeah, I am so excited to see these VIP escort missions. It's matches rather. It's 6v6. The key is one player on the board is the VIP, and depending on which team you're on, you're either trying to rescue the VIP or kill them. So I cannot wait. I believe we're going to be playing on Miami. So that's the map that Merc and Maven, I know you guys were just hyping up. So take it away, guys.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm excited to see the new mode, but yeah, really to see Miami. It was cool to hear kind of the level designers talk about it, but aesthetically, it was just very, very pleasing. I like neon lights. I like colors. It looked gorgeous, Joe, just like your eyes.
I would love to go on a date in Miami with you when
we did. We did that last year.
Yeah,
we went there for some
it's a little bit
football
different
event.
right now.
We went and saw a film together. We had a nice dinner.
I want to do it again. But I don't know, dude. Just the 80s style that they were talking about, as you said, the neon lights. You're going to have the water that are going to play. The way the levels designers talked about it. There's just a lot of different elements to it. It's sort of, you can play very aggressive through the middle of the street, but I don't know if we're going to Miami. I think we're actually going to Satellite. It looks to be the next map.
Yeah, so we're going to get that a little bit later in the show.
Yeah, so we'll get to that later, but we're going to be playing 6v6 kill confirmed on Satellite. When you talk about Satellite, not a lot of buildings to go.
No, it's all terrain. There are no buildings.
Yeah, no buildings. You heard the devs talk about it. It's a big fight around that sort of center satellite.
Yeah, Kill Confirmed has obviously been a fan favorite. That's always been my go-to for, I don't even know why, like pubs and just leveling up weapons or leveling up my character. I feel like it's always been one of the faster ones to get experience, and it's just always been fun because it's like TBM, but adds that little objective thing. Because for those of us that aren't as talented like me, I like to go around and collect all the tags.
Well, it's like this momentum mode where, like, if you get going, you get the kills, you get the objectives, you can have some big games. But I am excited to see Satellite and how this plays. As you said, you can play sort of out in dunes with snipers. You can play close quarters.
Well, how different is it from what we just saw? We were just in the
Very different.
open water with jet skis and boats. Now we're heading to the desert. So should be quite a bit different, but you're probably going to see people messing with all different types of weapons. And yeah, this is a lot more similar to last year when you talk about stuff like Gunsmith and the attachments that you can put on guns and how you can deck them out. Just the amount of variance that you can have. Like, it seems like fans really, really liked that last year. They really like, I guess the more you can customize, the better in a lot of people's eyes. That is going to be here and even bigger and better.
Well, it's just a sort of, you have the weapon. And I think in past Call of Duties, you had the weapon. It was basically, it had one play style around it, right? And I think what last year and this year really do is you can use that weapon and you can play around it in so many different ways. So it's a combination of, you have the different weapon styles, but you can also switch those weapons up.
So my LMG is suddenly an SMG? What's it?
Yeah, what is this 60-round mag? I have that quick reload. This is awesome.
Yeah, the variance that you can have is nuts. Well, Drifter, if you haven't watched it before, he is the guy to watch talk about weapons. Like I remember, God, this is all the way back like AW or something, but he was like telling pro players to use one weapon versus another because the RPM of the bullets was faster. And he really breaks it down on a technical level. So if you ever want to check him out, it's very, very cool. But right now we're basically just waiting on one of these differing squads we have to get into game. It looks like they're getting ready to load in now.
Cool. Look at that. The way you loaded.
Yeah, it almost looked like something from like a major motion.
Trailer
from a movie.
Yeah,
like a movie
dude,
trailer.
it looks so cool. Oh, you have the entrance as well. You come in on the dune buggies, and then you go to war.
It's a Mad Max, right?
Yeah, dude, this is so dope.
Let's get right into the mix.
This is not my skill set exactly, so I hope you're ready for some.
I'm ready, Drifter.
Okay.
That's fine. We've all been there. We
like
like
it
new
rough.
Call of Duty comes out. You got to try everything. You got to try everything.
I'm just want to get close
Yeah,
enough.
we'll see how he can get rolling, but
we don't like that.
you see the tags everywhere you've got to collect if you're not familiar with the mode, but
I'm gonna sneak up behind you.
mostly we're going to kind of enjoy the variance of this map versus what we just saw. Nice little Flankarooski through from Legion to pick up the kill.
Yeah, this is what the devs are talking about. Is you have this sort of left side of the map. It looks like where Deep's at right now. We love Tyler Deep. Full chow. We love that guy. He's fighting around the satellite, around these closed pass, and then you can go to the other side where you have everything open.
CT just trying to find kind of talking with his stream about guns that he likes. Something a bit more powerful for him, something he's like to roll with. Type 63 in hand now, and you heard him say it hits hard. Like it looks like he's like 2 or 3 shotting the players he's pushing.
Yeah, it's a semi-auto gun. I'm gonna use this gun for probably a couple
Semi-auto.
of and then I'm gonna switch it up. So
Okay.
pretty good on this map.
So he's got the semi-auto gun, and now we both expect Deep to have some big games today. As he starts to snap on board, and there is a Sim with the 74U. Again, I think the 74U just right away going to be people's favorite.
Just one of those like all-time favorite guns right there, Blast. Yeah, I think this map will be just a blast, like fast-paced combat. As we mentioned, it's all terrain, so no buildings, just all finessing around these dunes and blown up planes you see towards mid-map.
And you can see sort of like the sliding, right? Because players are getting used to that. It looks like the sliding became very quick as we're on board with Midnight. We love Midnight. One of the best snipers. She has been around for so long, and she is locked into the stream, just trying to figure out what she wants to use. Rocking the Pellington right now, but you got to go through your sensitivities. You got to get comfortable.
That's like the thing I do for like the first hour of a new Call of Duty. You're just going through all the settings, making sure everything's
Especially
set right.
nowadays, you're like, what does this do?
I can change dead zone and zoom sense.
Whoa.
That's another thing.
Yeah, once you could. What was the first title where you could like go to like a fraction of a point? Like instead of like 5.5, 6.6, it's like 6.17.
Yeah.
All right. You can definitely fine tune. That just goes back to kind of what we're talking about, like the level of customization. And Hutch is just mind blown currently by the level of talent in this lobby.
Yeah, you just talk about Ricky, who is Los Angeles Guerrillas coach. So, yeah, but he used to be a pro player. Doesn't miss much.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm going to. I think, we're low tier streaming out here.
Were other streamers asking him not to use the RC car because he's just blowing them up?
Okay. Yes. Typical gamer.
What
Why
is
do my
that?
dad?
That was good.
I appreciate the 14 I'm sure you guys do the
Yeah,
best.
he missed all of his shots, and typical gamer did not. His Legion got fried, and
All right, say a prayer.
now he is his papa.
Throwing a
Yeah, you have all these content creators and pros, and they don't want to put up the biggest rounds, right? Like, they want the most eyes on them. They're trying to say, hey, you see what I just did today?
Yeah, so just a reminder in case you weren't aware, that you can watch the main broadcast here. We'll be hopping through a lot of different POVs, and Joe and I'll be breaking down a lot of stuff with you from highlights and angles as well. But all these guys are individually pushing their POVs as well.
You can't pull your gun out while doing it. They put your hands down, you know what I'm saying?
So that was
Interesting, yeah.
Black Ops 4.
Well, thinking about the drop shot, the slide mechanics, I think they're, I don't want to say controversial is the right word, but the difference in them between devs and titles, like there's a lot of difference there. So you always want the first thing a pro player or top player like Priest is trying to figure out is movement mechanics, which maybe give you an edge. So a little bit different of a drop shot or slide mechanic in this particular title that he's talking through.
Yeah, no, a lot of these guys, they are sort of, it's muscle memory. What have,
Oh,
they,
yeah.
what have you been doing the past 9 months, right? And Modern Warfare is doing that. So just trying to make some adjustments as we hop on board with Sim.
We actually enjoyed pizza and ice cream with Sim yesterday. It was wonderful.
It was great to meet Sim. He is exactly
I really want
as
to
we
get this
pictured.
freaking
What was that, ice cream?
pack topper.
Rolled up ice cream or something? It was
Yeah, I had
so
Reese's Puffs on it. It was a peanut butter
Chill
black.
Yes.
His Majesty died. Unbelievable. Throw us the
Oh,
line. I mean, this is the line.
excuses.
I'm line right now.
For the first time in Scum's life, he was the bait.
Yeah. Quite literally, the
Yeah.
first time ever.
Not that crazy of an animation.
But I think it's cool to, obviously we'll be chatting through stuff, just high level, enjoying the
Yeah,
different
you can
players
see,
going
like,
through
the
it. But
slide
it's cool. Just
stuff
I
is-
feel like we've gone through what
similar
15
to-
different POVs
Like MW.
and hearing them
He's
focus
like,
on different things because a lot of them come from different backgrounds, right? Like some of these are pro players, some are casual players, some are streamers, and just hearing the different things they're focusing on as we get into the game is pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, people who are trying to focus on trying different weapons. You got the pros who are trying to figure out the mechanics,
Yeah,
the
right.
weapons that they're going to focus on. Is we're on board with Espresso. See, he's got the trig out right now. But yeah, you heard Scum sort of talk about the slide cancel, the slide movements, pretty similar, but the drop shot not as much.
Is there a little bit of a streak rolling here as he continues to try and finesse with one of our favorite guns, the MP5. Absolute powerhouse at close range. Hits like a truck, hip fire, tried and true. Yeah, well, from what we've seen, you have been sort of running in circles. But he's posted up and looking for the action. Oh, there's the strategy.
Bait the tag. I like it. Yeah, you can just tell much smaller map than what we saw, but I don't know who that was. That was a nice shot with the 74U.
I think it was Noisy Butters. Yeah, I think it was Noisy Butters just smoking.
Well, we're talking about Noisy. She's talking about Mena's already in the alpha. You see in the top right, it is alpha gameplay. The devs are watching this. There's going to be some adjustments. She's like,
AK said we're using 100% the meta.
All right,
okay. Well, it's set in stone.
Why am I even using it? I don't know.
It's the Warzone mindset.
C4. Yeah.
You know how nice it is to hear stuff in this game? Do you know how lovely that is? Do you know how great that is?
I tend to agree with you.
That's probably, I don't know.
She's talking about the different
Well,
audio that we touched on
well,
with the devs.
I don't want to misquote it. I know Jess went through a lot of it. You heard the devs talk about it, but the 3D audio, talking about the directional sound and how what is the? Dude, I gotta look this up. I have all the sheets in front of me. What was the thing where it's like focuses more on what's happening near you, which sounded awesome. Where did I have that? Hold on, I have so many notes. Okay, hold on. The threat priority system. So the new threat priority audio system dynamically assigns priorities to various sounds during a firefight, ensuring the player hears all the sounds they need to be successful. I think that's awesome. Like, to just focus on like the key couple of things you really need to hear during a gunfight.
Yeah, I mean, you think about like in the past of score streaks going off,
There's a lot.
you having to heal. It feels like this system is gonna try to. What do you need to hear? What is gonna help you most?
Yeah, audio obviously not an easy thing to nail, but it's cool to see the new tech coming into play from Treyarch for this particular title. And all I keep thinking about is like what the Doom trailer came out today. First battle in the Doom. I'm very excited for that film, Joe. I'm sorry.
It looked incredible. Not as incredible as this game, though.
That is true. That is true.
On board with Shane, London Royal Ravens coach. He used to be a pro player. He is in a pretty intense lobby. It looks like this is a close game, 58-57 with a minute left. He's got the 74 out. But yeah, you can sort of see the slide mechanics. Just going. Now
It's like he even spent shooting
Sort of
down
turn
the
a corner.
helicopters than playing the game, which is a
But it seems like a little bit slower maybe than last year.
Okay, and you hear sort of Jericho talking about the score streaks, right? Because they don't reset on deck. You're playing with some of the best players in the world. They're going to get those guaranteed choppers. You need a player like Jericho to shoot them down. Maven, you did that well when we used to play pub. That was your go-to.
I find a lot of satisfaction out of just trying. Oh, you're frying the lobby. Well, I'm gonna fry your score streaks. Yeah.
God. Look at that. Look at the drop shot there.
I think I saw a skunk.
Yeah. So this particular game's close. The other one looks to be a bit of a blowout.
On ADSs every time.
Yeah, it almost looks like the weapons are like as efficient as the rockets and ripping down to the score streak. So,
okay, cool.
Man, you just talk about that going to prone and on an ADS issue. And that's just sort of dev to dev, right? I mean, that's typically what Treyarch does. We saw that in Black Ops 4 as well. A lot of that is just due to the strength and drop shots in some games, but trying to stay alive. That was a close one.
He just destroyed a chopper, and I heard another one getting called in there. So that was tough, but it is a 7-point loss for Drifter and company. The score streaks were raining on it at the tail end of it, but for those of you Killed Confirmed lovers, this looks like a very, very fun map for some of your core modes to bounce around on. Obviously, a lot of new things coming to this title, new maps, new modes, but the familiarity of the Call of Duty franchise is still there, and this looks to be a fun one.
Yeah, it absolutely does. It's a lot of close quarters combat. It feels like you're spawning and you're right into the action, right? Just right into it. You're going to have to take your time. As, these guys are going to just try and figure out what they want to use for the next round.
I want CTV.
I like you kind of hearing this.
Ooh, the wild cards. I actually wanted to see it.
Exactly. He's going through the various guns, also looking at different perks that he wants to check out.
Ooh, I saw Ninja. That makes me very excited. Has a perk.
Which one?
Ninja.
You remind me of the Ninja.
I don't really think. No, I don't think so. But I saw that like you can walk, and that is dead silent as well. So it looked like Ninja. It deals with it's quieter the more you sprint. So there's definitely you have to play around the audio system, the movement system. Yeah.
Your Call of Duty brand is just you.
I just read stuff. People they've played the game already. They're just telling me what to do.
It's an attractive jump. That's all I'm going to tell you. But that'll do it for us on that particular map. We're going to get right over to Nameless.
That's all right, Joe. I read stuff as well, but that map looked absolutely amazing. I mean, you saw a lot of the players while they spawned on the outskirts of the map, they ran straight to the center to get those up-close gunfights. We saw 74Us, we saw MP5s, and also that Type 63 looked pretty nasty. We saw TP picking up some multi-kills with it. And what I want to highlight during these highlights is that the time to kill looks absolutely phenomenal. You see these players having sort of these longer gunfights, and the player who hits the better shot is going to win it. This Type 63 and the Sniper, those are two of my favorite guns to see. But towards the middle of this game, a lot of the players decided to put away the Sniper and pull out that submachine gun because it wasn't working that well. You can see Hutch back here. He picks up a kill here in a moment, and then he decides to, float that Sniper away and pull out a sub. He was calling out Ricky for killing him over and over, saying, Ricky's the guy who always gets me every single lobby that I'm in. Legion was having a lot of fun running that LMG. At first, I was like, what is that feeling so fast? And I realized it was an LMG, so people starting to try out that stoner gun. You get multi-player, has a big clip, and Legion was playing well throughout this game. Moving on, we saw Skunkman. This guy's just always a beast at every single Call of Duty. One of the best Call of Duty players of all time. And he's staying with that 74U. It seems to be the gun that he's most comfortable with. And he's been dominating both games that he's been in so far. MP5 as well. We saw a lot of our CDL pros continuing to use the MP5. It has really good hip fire. And also, when you're up close, it's just going to rip through anybody. Something else there in this game was a lot of players were trying to drop shot. They were realizing that it's way different in Cold War. You can't drop shot. When you drop shot, your ADS goes back to hip fire. You have to take your time. If you're going to lay down, you have to be tactical about it.
Do you know how lovely that is?
Sliding is still very good as well. We saw Noisy Butters just slide up a little bit ago and get right back up into position, ready to fight. Shane, one of our coaches in the COD League, running the 74U. It seems like all the CDL pros, they're loving the 74U, and they're getting right into the center of the map and trying to just get into square-up gunfights, while some of the other top streamers, they're trying out different weapons, like iron sight snipers, Type 63s, and LMGs. And we see this. This is actually a Type 63 that he had a scope on, and he had to pull out his RPG to take down this chopper. He realized it took like 2 RPGs and also some bullets, and he was getting pretty stressed. But yeah, that was Satellite. That was one of my favorite maps so far. But we got to get into some more gameplay. Let's check out some more maps and some more modes. Maven and Merc.
Oh, Nameless, you are phenomenal at what you do. Great breakdown as always. But yes, we're going to continue rolling on through new maps, new modes as we rock through this multiplayer global reveal for Cold War. So far, it has been awesome. We have a lot more to come over the next hour and a half, 2 hours. Is it time for Miami?
It is. We're playing some domination, and everybody, I want you to pay attention. We saw a little bit there in Combat Arms on Armada, but the zones are a little bit different. It's just not a flag. It's really about a little bit of a bigger area that you're going to be fighting over, and I like that a lot. So switching things up, but as you said, we're going to Miami. I cannot wait to see this map and mode and how it plays.
Joe, I've never been more excited for anything in my entire life.
Yeah.
Let's get into it, Joe. We're going to start off with Cesar Bueno, Skies. Professional player for the Mutineers as they're getting ready to get into the lobby, just looking through the created class and score streaks to see what he wants to lock on up. XM4 out. And yeah, you can see, I know we've seen a couple looks at it, but like the variety of attachments you're going to have for the different positions on the gun, the variety is going to be wild. They highlighted Ninja for a second. I want to see like what it went through exactly. But
so what I saw and what I read is that it quiets you when you were sprinting and how fast
it like dampens the sound of it.
Right. Okay. So I believe that you can walk and crouch and you will be completely silent. But if you were sprinting, you will still have some noise, but it definitely quiets it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he's going through everything.
Well, this is the best part when you play a new game, right? Just going through all the different features, all the different attachments, all the different perks, the weapons, checking it all out.
And again, this isn't going to be everything that we see throughout Cold War. This is not going to be the full release. There's going to be more perks. There's going to be more weapons, more attachments.
This looks like it could be out of like a Bad Boys film. Like
Miami.
Like,
well, yeah, that's where they do it. It's in Miami.
Oh, that's a good point, Joe.
Yeah,
that's why you're the brains of this operation. You're the brains of this operation.
That is actually where they shoot those
Okay,
movies.
well, thanks for that, Joe. Look at this, though.
Fucking mad, bro.
It looks good.
Motion blur. As,
Sky's low not in. You're seeing the different parts. You have the middle of the street. You got the bar area. You have the pool. Well, you got the ocean. In a way, it's 3 lanes, but there's a lot of different areas that you can go to. As well, again, coming in, and you see the different squads.
that looks so much
Yeah,
better.
one side coming in through towards the boat, the other one through towards the street. And yeah, that was dope. His domination loading on up. And is Sky's going to go for the objective? Is anyone going to go for the objective because I talked about it? And the answer is no. Nobody captures C. What's going on here?
Listen,
They need you on the team.
On the objective. Dude, that is sometimes the most frustrating thing about pubs, when like you're fine, you're going off, you've got 50 kills, you see somebody on your team, they've got 3 and no time in the objective, like help me out a little bit, but you gotta play both. You gotta focus on it all. You gotta be like LeBron. You're getting the assists, the rebounds, and the points. You're doing it all on the map, Joe. My Call of Duty play style is very similar to LeBron now that I think about it, Joe. Thanks for that compliment.
You're one of the greatest players ever.
See what Marks we could do is he's looking for the angles and you see the hip fire, strong man.
I'm just saying, you guys are both around the same age and you have the same accolades.
That's true. Yeah.
This line has some fucking
nailed it, John.
body movement in this game, bro. It's like, it is hard.
I'll tell you what, I keep thinking about that pool with how hot it's been in LA. It was like 110 the other day. That pool was very comforting. He sure did.
Surprise! As again, you heard Marksman talking about it, a little bit of a nutty movement. I'm sure the devs are going to be paying attention. They'll get their feedback from all of these players.
Trying to view Miami.
Well, and that's where there's like a couple different skill gaps when you talk about a game like Call of Duty. Like, is there the gun skill part of it? Yes, and being able to shoot, becoming a better player from that regard. But it's like once you get that down, the next step is really that movement, right? Like becoming more fluid on the map, finding mechanics in the game that you can get a little bit of edge over the competition. And yeah, no, the movement could be nuts, and that'll be something we'll keep an eye on. But over to Kat Connie, she's looking to hit the shots. There's a little bit of a snapper.
A nice snipe right there. She's looking over the beat, zone right now. Has
You know
the
what?
shotgun in the back pocket. Surprise! Later.
I would like
2 minutes. Jericho is basically it seems to be in almost the same spot, just on opposite ends. Since he's going to go for this B zone, play a little bit of objective. You and Jericho would get along well.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. But now you heard, I can't remember her name, but one of the lead map designers kind of saying, like, I stay away from the middle.
Yeah.
Like, the middle of the map. That is a sniper's haven. You kind of saw a bit of it there, but there are the alleyways that you can work the flank, different things that you can do on the map.
So you see in the top right, attack chopper called in by Priesta. He's doing his thing.
I only know this room.
Yeah, well, I think you heard his special sort of talk about the lighting. Like, I'm sure everything's going to be a little bit better right there. Full game early.
And I think Jericho's kind of talking about one of the more difficult things when you play a new map, right? Like figuring out
where do I go,
all the different angles, mastering the map. Like where can people be L triggering and holding me in? But it's Ricky with some quality beams from the top balcony, able to dip away with his life as well and look to ruin a couple players' lives as well.
And that's what one of the biggest thing was from last year is load up on a map you didn't know. The mini map wasn't there, right? You're like, where do I go?
Makes it a little bit easier.
Where do I go, right? And they bring back this traditional Black Ops mini map that definitely helps you out.
Well, now on the Hutchie Fizz POV. As he's trying to get up close and personal and near that Dom point, but you can see, I mean, that's typical of a lot of Dom maps. Like, he's a death trap. Like, that is the hard thing where you have to work as a cohesive unit to try and get it in. If you're solo playing the objective on B, good luck, because you've got a world star.
And it looks like he has a smoke equipped, and one of the notes that we got was like the smokes were not too like strong in this Call of Duty, maybe compared to some in the past. So
what is happening here?
Priesta is in a gunship.
Smoke him! Light it up!
Chopper gunner.
Okay, well, that guy got fried. People are just getting
smoked and getting beamed.
Kind of hard.
It looks like it's still pretty healthy, though.
Wait, how cool is that you can see the lights from the map bouncing off the minigun in the chopper?
Yeah, lighting has evolved over the last decade or so. That is absolutely for sure. But now you see a gorgeous look at kind of the entire map breakdown. But yeah, that's one like thing since this is a night map, right?
Light it up.
It's
Priesta, start shooting it.
See, is there like a night vision that he can swap to? I don't know.
Maybe everybody's got like Ghost or Cold Blooded on. Right. I don't know which perk it is in this game, but they're like, oh, we're not letting Priesta do that.
I got.
Hutch trying to hit the snipes. I think he's going to type one out from Priest as he was looking to get dirty with it. Hutch's face, he is locked in. Just a gamer.
All right, halftime.
Oh, it's not close, Joe.
It's not. It is not close. He's got 900. He's playing with Nick. He's got Mud Dog on his team. He's got Courage. He's got a solid squad.
Mud Dog's bringing him down, Joe.
This guy's cracked.
Yeah.
He's 41-2. Yeah, no, he has been dominating lobbies, and you would expect that from one of the greatest players of all time. But over to Testament we go. We talked about his sniping prowess earlier, and he's going to have the sniper out as he's looking to line it up towards mid-map. But yeah, I think especially with it being a nighttime map, like learning the map, knowing the angle is going to be all that more important. But just aesthetically, it's a sexy map. It is. I want to see like the one side they were talking about when it had the developers on, like how you can kind of go underwater.
Well, I think it's right behind it.
It is. Yeah. But like it hasn't really seemed to be that much in play as of yet. At least
it looks like Nick was in it. Well, no, that's not it. We Love Games. They're sort of playing around it, but it looks like you can go sort of towards A, towards C. You want to switch that up. All right. Testy brings out that LW3, the Tundra. I like that.
There are a few things more satisfying in any kind of FPS, but especially Call of Duty, with hitting snipes. Just hitting clean snipes. It feels good. We'll see what Hutch can do from the power position. Well, not going to matter. From Priest's chopper over to Scott Chopper, and Pete, this lobby is just getting milked. Just dominate them from the sky. Oh, kill after kill. We'll see him, Mud Dog. Doozy, Courage. Everybody dropping.
Yeah, he's like, just so you guys know, this isn't a pub lobby. I'm playing some talented players, and I am smoking.
This will be a nice YouTube video. Well, yeah, a lot of buildings. The night cover of night as well.
Ooh, if you can get them spawning towards that beach side, we'll see you later.
My dog's already dropped in this thing twice.
They're probably holding the kill cam too. They're like, we're not letting Scump do this to us.
Yeah, I do believe they are losing full.
Oh, that's swag as well.
Yeah, it's been Swag, Courage, and Mud Dog have died like 2 or 3 times in a row.
They're on the beach. Because that's why he's a quality pro player.
Yeah, the beach is usually where you go to vacation. Not here. Nope.
Do I not have Ghost? I think he hurts. We got a board with Swag. He's like, I can't hide from this guy.
Sometimes they're going to be 6 and 17.
Fuck it.
This is
No, it's actually funny going over from Scump POV to the team that was getting destroyed. It was just like kind of quiet, calm. It's like,
It's kind of like, hey guys, we're going to be in a YouTube video.
100%
Scump, they destroyed Tim, Courage, Swag. 40 kills on
like
Miami.
Mount Rushmore with all of their heads on.
Yeah. Just Scump and a chopper gunner. Yes, he is.
That is accurate.
That is truly accurate.
Yeah, but it's cool to see the variety of personalities just battling it out. All these different maps. So we've seen Armada, Satellite. Now we're in Miami.
Well, I mean, you look at Satellite, very much, all outside, right? You come in here, you have fights at the bar, fights in the hotel, you have fights at the beach. There's just all these different environments that these players are going into.
We were in the Ultra facilities, one of the professional teams in the Call of Duty League. It's Benjamin Bant on your screen now. Top player in his own right. And I think it's Bant's maybe playing on Wisdom's account, but I believe it looks like it's Bant's with controller in hand currently.
You can hear that when you get weak. You hear the heartbeat take up. It sounds really cool.
The audio is very, very
Oh,
cool.
what is this? A little artillery strike coming in from. Oh, did he call it in? No, fans.
Dude,
That is a mistake.
We've all been there.
We have.
The number of times I've done that in something like Domination, where I launch all my streaks, I'm like, oh, it's halftime. I just use those for no reason whatsoever. I got a couple of kills, but my impact on the objective was minimal. But now to the French sensation himself, Gotaga, one of the most popular gamers in the world. I think I've seen him compete in so many different games, but his legend grew in Call of Duty, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's talented. He can do it all. He's rocking that 74 U. On board Trimax now. He's got the Tundra out.
Okay, what is his camera setup? Because it looks like he's in the game. How do I do that?
Well, he's got a green screen, but he is half of the screen.
Yeah, I want you to set that up for me.
Why would I do that?
I don't know, but it looks like he's in the game.
Why did you just assume I had an expertise in green screens?
Joe, you wear glasses. You look like you'd be very tech savvy and ready to set that up for me. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Joe.
I'm not going to do that for you whatsoever.
Hey, Lewis, would you say he looks a bit like a scientist? Thank you.
Nameless looks like a cosplayer from Miami right now. Yeah. I mean, he looks good, but
Oh, wait, they can't be. People can't be rage quitting in this.
no way. It looks like game's about to end. Jericho's team, they're going to get the victory.
There we go, Jericho.
Who had 6,300 damage?
I didn't see it.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
Who was dominating?
Could be Priesta. There's a good chance it's this guy.
And there, he highlighted a difference this up. No doors. Jericho was talking about the chat. No doors in the game. You won't be hammering through doors.
And Marston were three-shotting people. So yeah, no doors.
Everybody's learning.
We're Joyce.
Big smiles.
Yeah. I want to see the scoreboard was too. Like who had the 6,300 damage? I was curious who was absolutely frying the lobby. But this is the part where I'm like trying to get my brain to slow down when they go through and just appreciate all the different attachments that they have inside of this.
Maven, you will have your time.
I know.
October 8th.
Maven, October 8th. I don't know why I'm talking like that because I'm literally just going to have you tell me what to put on my weapons. I'm going to do what you do.
I'm going to try everything though. It's the beta. We try out different things.
That's true. That's a good point. Well, one of our matchups has wrapped. It looks like we're going to hop over to one that hasn't finished yet. 27 points away from victory is one of our squads. Again, this is 66 domination on Miami. Tasty's put away the sniper for now, just trying to hit the shots with the AK-74U.
Ooh, 3 for 3. That hit. Let's go, Sean J. Looks like she was able to call on some score streaks. Nice 74 U shots in, but who is that? A nice snipe shot from whoever's on Team Envy.
And that's what I'm going to say a lot when I play the game at first. What are you doing over there? Because I don't know where people should be, so that's why.
What are you doing over there? Maybe that's where I should be. Oh, it's Crim.
Oh, it's the Empire Squad. We got Rambo Ray, the coach, Clayster, Crim 6. Crim, the greatest Call of Duty player of all time. There is no dispute. I don't want to hear any arguments, but yeah, that's gonna be tough to deal with. Is to represent the Envy Squad right
Yeah,
now.
Team Envy, also known as the Dallas Empire, are world champions. You got the coach in Rambo, one of the greatest players hanging out. Crim and Clay. Clay back-to-back world champion. They'll probably be rotating players in and out. But it looks like Crim's focusing on gameplay. Clay is talking with the Jack.
What did he just? But didn't both of these players? And I know this is like separate. This is the multiplayer reveal, but from an esports competitive side, they were like the first two players to crack $1 million in winnings, right?
$1 million, yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Hey, Bobby Pop, the Star Lord.
We love Bobby Pop.
I will be back with a camel toe.
Bob's got a great mustache.
He does. He really does. It looks like he's rocking the 74U as well.
I miss his long hair though.
And this is what Bobby does. I don't know if he's an auctioneer or what.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Where's the pool at, dude?
He's probably on hour 40 of streaming.
Yeah, no, he grinds.
I'm gonna chill in the pool the rest of the
Oh.
day.
Hey, cannonball, Bob! Cannonball!
Oh, get in,
I'm
Bob.
gonna be chilling in the deep end, dude. I'm going out the diving board, dude. Forget
He's a
that.
big boy.
Get yourself a pina colada, hang out.
I'm trying to go out the diving board.
He's on vacation.
No vacations in Miami.
I'm gonna end this one. Where's the pool at? I think the pool is behind the lobby.
Yeah,
they are getting destroyed.
Yeah,
I didn't
this
see
is a bad one. This is a bad one.
Oh, so trying to turn this up.
He's trying to be positive about it.
Yeah.
Before this game is over.
Yeah, hit it, Bob, hit it.
Miami Luxury Hotel, ladies and gentlemen. That is my room in the penthouse suite in Old Weaston Corner. I will not be doing 3, 2,
Okay.
1.
I'm just waiting for the shot.
Score this out of 10.
Oh, he jumps on it. That was amazing. Do it again, Bob.
Did he crouch first?
Do it again.
Whoa!
That was less impressive. That was less impressive.
It's good. Try again, Bob. Do it. What are you doing, Bob?
Okay, but Bob, this is giving me a headache. Oh, no. Wait, how did you do that last time?
It was so cool.
No, I don't know. It didn't look like he even did anything.
I don't know what.
We're wondering the same thing, Bob.
What?
It's only this cat.
Oh, wait, they are 3 capping right now. There's been opportunity for a comeback. It is a slight one.
Not much.
Never mind.
No longer any.
Wait, who's that 76 on your net? Oh, hey, Lando.
What's up, Lando?
Craig 6.
We're going to swap over to another one of our matchups going on. Just a reminder, we have a ton of streamers involved in this. So if it ever seems confusing, it's just we're stopping a lot of different POVs. Trying to stick with one game until it finishes, but want to give love to a lot of these guys that are participating, just hopping through all of the action. But we'll have some of the different streamers too, especially with some of the CDL teams. It's like 5 people swapping in and out.
Yeah.
Everyone trying to get their time on the game.
I saw the scoreboard and Bobby Pop was at the bottom. So my man was having a tough one. He didn't have the bumper. He's going to be a vehicle expert. We'll just hop on board when we get to the snowmobiles.
I bet in Armada he was probably dominant, right?
Yeah,
Put that guy in a boat, he's going to fry. But a different look, a new map. Hope you enjoyed Eyes On with Miami. I still don't know the physics in game behind how Bob managed to do the cannonball off of. How do you do that? And then he couldn't replicate it. It was truly special. That might have been the best moment we've had so far.
Yeah. And Bob's still trying to figure out mouse and keyboard because he switched to that. So
he's trying his hard. Bob, we love you, buddy. You're trying your hardest. Unfortunately, the team got smoked, but you've got more chances. We continue on with the multiplayer reveal for Cold War. But before we get to our next map, our next mode, we're going to toss it over to our good friend Nameless.
Yeah, if that wasn't intended to be in the game, that needs to be in the game. What Bob just did was absolutely spectacular. And Miami is a really interesting map, right? Like it's a nighttime setting, but there's still little vibrant areas like the pool and the neon lights that you saw. We saw literally every single weapon that's in this game displayed on this map. We saw snipers, shotguns, the Type 823, which is sort of that mini Uzi gun. We saw players like Scump and Priest are running it. They were going off, like getting 10 to 12 kills in a row, getting chopper gunners, and absolutely lighting up the map. I mean, we're seeing M4s still, but we're seeing players sort of decide on what's the gun that's kind of OP right now. It seems to be that Type 823. And now we're seeing Priest right here. He actually got the chopper gunner very early on in this game, but he was only able to pick up like 3 or 4 kills. And he was like, man, this is so dark, I can't see anybody. And he was just roaming around. He wasn't able to pick up too many. And he's like, there's so many buildings. But at least he can see the entire map and call out for the rest of the squad. On this game in particular, it's starting to get a little bit more sweaty. Players are starting to go for the big games. They were going for the YouTube videos, and you can see Priest was frustrated that he couldn't pick up any more kills inside of this chopper gunner. I think it was later on, we also saw Scump with the chopper gunner go on a crazy spree. He was playing against like Nick Mertz and him and all those guys absolutely lighting them up. We saw some rage quits. Also right here, we're seeing the 74U. A lot of players are still loving to run this, and every single player that we've seen use the 74U has had that laser on it. They love to hip fire with it. And right there, we saw Overkill with the sniper. This is that spree that I was talking to you guys about. See, he got the chopper gunner, but Scump was able to see literally everyone. You heard him commenting on it like, this isn't a normal pub. I'm playing against some good players, and they're getting destroyed. Right here, he picks up like, I don't even know, like 10, 12, 13 kills in a row. And when we switched over to the opposite team, it was Tim, and he was like, I don't even know what to do, man. We're just getting smoked. Because when that chopper gunner's in the sky, you have to stay inside, and you can't get to the domination points. Another thing to highlight is that in Cold War, the domination zones are a lot bigger, so it's going to provide for crazy fights inside of the domination point and also contest. Hopping on board here with the Toronto Ultra squad, we saw them roaming around here with that 74U and the MP5. A lot of these players on the CL teams running submachine guns. Overkill as well, pulling out the AR. And right there to the left is that diving board. We saw Bob jump up here. He counted it down. He pointed out the spot that he was staying in the hotel. And then he just gets a super jump. Like, what is that? He tried to do it a couple times after this, and he wasn't able to achieve it. But, man, that was a cool game. But we're going to get into some more gameplay here in a bit. I'm going to throw it back to Maven and Murphy.
All right, thank you so much. And yeah, I think we're going to Moscow next. We're going to check out some TDM on that particular map as we continue to hop through some of the various locales we have in Cold War. Well, we've had the ocean, we've had the dunes, we've had the downtown life. Now we're going to be heading in kind of more urban feel into Moscow. 6v6 team deathmatch. TDM, obviously one of the more popular modes in the history of Call of Duty. One of the absolute staples as we get ready to rock.
It feels like it's the Cold War of Moscow in here right now. I am really cold on this set, but yeah, I cannot wait.
Do you want my jacket?
No, it's okay. I appreciate that, but yeah, it is. Just love going to all the different environments, all the different locations. Vaughn was really talking about that. We're going to take you all over the world, so cannot wait to check out this map.
Yeah, no, the variety we've seen so far has been absolutely awesome. Once the players get loaded in, we'll hop into that. Joe, you had a big one moment so far. For the 3 games we watched, what has been your favorite moment? And you can't say the diving board.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the diving board. Obviously, Scump, in the chopper gunner doing what he does best. I really had a lot of fun with Armada because I thought Armada, what they really showed was the different environments and the way you could play that. You could stay on the boat. You could go with the vehicles. If you wanted to, you could be super deadly in the water. So that map just looked great, dude. The zip line looks so smooth. There's a lot of different elements that you can play around.
Yeah, just a variety of gameplay I'm excited to toy around with for sure when we get hands on it, we get to grind. But we're getting ready to get into the lobby with these famous streamers and personalities as they get ready to go 6v6 TDM. Noisy Butter is going to be kicking off. Looking through, looks like some of the shotguns and what variety you can find there. But I think one of the things I've been trying to keep an eye out for is I read kind of coming into this that we're going to have, I guess when you're changing attachments, like percentages, so you can see how much it's going to affect things like fire rate and recoil, which I haven't noticed yet as they're swapping through, but I just think that's awesome. I love to know the exact impact something's going to have.
Yeah, because in the past it was just a bar.
Yeah,
And I won't lie, as I used to be a competitive player, a pro player, a lot of the times that bar didn't mean anything. It was like
Green, red, okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't, whatever it does. But yeah, actually knowing the percentage, what you're really getting into from gun to gun, it's going to be really cool to mess with.
All right. Well, again, this is Moscow. First look at it as a global multi-reveal for Cold War.
Also, you can run around.
You'll see a lot of this going through settings. Like motion blur recommended. I know that's one of the first things that I will personally turn off. Like it looks a little bit cleaner. Yeah, everyone but one player, I think, pushed out the same side.
Yeah, I think when we got on board, she was talking about what do you love so far? It's really the colors and Treyarch, their color palette. I've always talked about it. It is just beautiful. But she runs into a shotgun, and a lot of these creators trying to answer questions, trying to play the game. It is tough to balance.
I didn't get a chance to show you guys the sharks though. There's sharks on that map.
Oh, she was really,
and it's cool.
Wait, there are sharks.
Wait, so what you wanted is in there?
I didn't know that wasn't in my notes. I didn't know there were actually sharks.
Why not?
Oh, I'm never playing that map. I am terrified of sharks. One time,
that's in the middle of the ocean.
No, one time when I was 13 years old, I went on a trip to Hawaii, and we were swimming in this one area, right? And then we got out of swimming from there, and we went up on this cliff, and we're looking down. The water was so clear, we saw multiple sharks right where we were swimming. And I'm never going in open water again.
I'm sure they weren't dolphins.
They were 100% sharks, and I was nearly eaten.
100%.
Yes, no, 100%. Yeah, it scarred me for life.
This map is cool.
Right.
I love the design of it. Like, I guess.
Trying to get you.
No, one more.
He loves TDM. He was talking about how much he loves TDM. So this is what maps have very fast gameplay. You can see from the size of it. It's got an urban feel to it for sure. But I want to see which building, because one of the things we were looking through is like a metro station, kind of like the central hub, and that's kind of the connector. So this is this is the metro station. So this is sort of going to be where the whole flow of the map sort of centralizes through.
Okay, you see the concussions coming in, just how it affects those players.
All right, boys.
Trying to get to the adjustments. Got a proximity mine as well. But yeah, I think it's like what you talked about, right? This just this is the place you want to be.
Yeah, it just seems like it has like a connector to basically every part of the map, just based on position.
Where's the content creator?
Over to Zuma. The Italian style.
Who's that? Noah? I think Noah's getting smoked.
Yeah, might be.
So I wonder how long it's taking these guys to get used to look at the mini map again, right? Just
That's true, yeah.
Actually taking a look, where are those red dots at? You need a suppressor if you want to stay off that mini map.
No.
Well, it's interesting too when you think about maybe some higher level players. Like I struggle to sometimes look at the map, but like when you were competing and you were playing high level, I think you told me your eyes were on the mini map like 90%
it
of
was
the
a
time.
game within a game. Yeah, I mean, you were about 70% of the time. Yes, mini map. Where do you have to rotate? Where is the gunfire? Where do you have to set up? So that's definitely going to take some time. We're on board with Zuma, but I think we're getting Noah J's audio. Okay, so now we're switching to Legion.
Oh, yes, you are losing. But Legion, you're a winner. You were born a winner. And it's time to get pumping with the shotgun.
This shot is out. Quick fire. Doof, doof, doof.
I'm going to need Zuma to take an emotional check out here when I push him next time for the clips. I definitely feel like the second
Trying to get my
clips,
clips.
at least for pull up.
So there's some feel upgrades as well. One of those looks to be the jammer.
All right, everyone's
So he was one
weapons,
bullet
so
away from taking down Espresso.
why not?
Sheriff, we need you on for dance later.
It's the deputy,
Deputy Hat Badge.
also known as Enable.
Is he wearing a headband?
No.
That's just his hair now?
Yeah.
Come on, we've almost got this.
You don't like it?
I don't have the luxury of hair, but if I had it, I wouldn't be doing that.
No.
It
What
looks
about
like
your beard? What if we did this to your beard?
I might look cool, but it looks like he cut off like the edge of a mop and just put it on there.
You think it might just be a bowl
It
cut?
looks like a
bowl
wig.
cut. Like it's just he put a bowl on his head.
And anyone thinking I'm being mean, Enable and I are boys, so I'm allowed to say this stuff, but Maybe we love you. Just got to do something about that.
Trying to figure out how it felt to throw tag.
And to be fair, right now, the current situation globally, maybe he just doesn't have the option of the haircut where he lives, so he's been doing it by hand. And probably led to
This
that.
game's about to end though, so.
Oh, I'm actually interested. Talking about melee
Well,
with
'cause
the shot
You
punch.
think about Black Ops 4, it's only like one bullet and a punch was a
One
kill,
bullet and a punch.
right?
Oh my God!
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Who was that? Trimax. Ooh, the snap.
Well, no, I think we're on with Travis. He's got caught by somebody. I don't know who he got caught by. So no, somebody hit him with the movement for sure. And I am not fluent in any language other than English.
You told me you were fluent in French and German. You told me that.
And Russian.
I don't think you told me that one.
I travel a lot. Very cultured. Many languages. I took 3 years of Spanish in high school. That's all I got. I can basically say,
You forgot everything. High school was about 30 years ago.
where's the library? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Okay, well, at least you got that going
all I
for you in
got.
case you ever need to find a library.
Yeah, well, yeah. You never know. In an emergency situation, you might need a library. Put some quality beams into the window there from Typical Gamer. We saw it from somebody else's POV on like the first map or second map. He just incinerated somebody. As we continue to hop through the gamers again, we've got people from all over the world. All over the world competing in this, and we'll try to highlight that as we continue on through the day. But for those watching, we hope you're enjoying it. The first eyes on with Kotaga, though, as he is just melting through the competition inside of the metro station, but ultimately will drop.
And I think that's what Legion was sort of talking about. Is like we had a couple of maps where everybody was trying everything out. Now people want to win. People want to pull out the 74U.
Oh, so cool. Well, I get that way too. Like at the beginning of titles,
Yeah.
it's like I want to try everything, but then once you find one you're comfortable with, one gun that really clicks.
Is Hutch giving a pep talk to it? Does he have a missile turret? I don't know what that was, but that took down a UAV or a spy plane, and
That
he
was
was
awesome.
giving it a pep talk.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Well, show us. Try your little bunny hop in.
Yeah, try to hit it
Well, you can do that
a little bit. Oh, back slide.
I like that.
Okay. There's definitely some fluidity
Well,
that
yeah,
all the players are trying to figure out.
I like the little slide hop. Well, that's one thing that kind of threw me off between like Black Ops 4 and Modern Warfare, because you used to be able to jump and slide backwards, and you couldn't last year. And I tried sometimes. I just like crouch and be like, oh, forgot.
We got a war machine, which
Okay.
looks to be a score streak. So we have a war machine coming in from Cammy, and the war machine's gone. Okay, still has it. Maybe because he didn't shoot one, but Sky took his head off.
Oh yeah, no, his head got popped off like a plum. Oh well, the war machine, that plum just exploded.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, so he used one, and it's gone now. So it is gone.
Okay, so he kept it because he hadn't used it yet.
It looks like this is a pretty close game, 64-63. So another map where it has like just a lot of different elements. You can play on the outside, you can play inside.
And well, this is Cammy, who, if you watch the Call of Duty League at all this year, he was one of the
War
more
Machine.
prolific snipers in the assault.
Another war
snap.
machine. You're gonna be blackjacking with this thing.
No, dude, what?
Boom.
Oh, it's fag. It's bro, and you can put it away. It's completely broken. Oh my god.
Oh, well, that guy's body is broken after that was a point blank war machine to the chest.
Yeah, so Swaggy figured out that he's like, yo, that war machine is nuts. He's gonna roll with that.
Yeah, he just had like a 5.5 KD. That's pretty solid.
You think has
And Jack was like, that thing is busted. So
Well, the power of the streaks now popping over to Midnight's POV.
Hey, Devin, we're undefeated. We've literally
Undefeated.
I definitely got the least amount of kills on the team, but still, yo, Wisdom again, play the game.
They are rolling. You hear just dubs for Midnight, but Joe, we're going to fill a little bit of time in chat here. As I think we're going to start to watch. We've had some of the European POVs, but we've been watching a lot of some of the American influencers and streamers. We're going to be, hopping over to the European side of things and kind of showing how that's going to break down. But again, so many streamers from all over the world. want to really highlight what they bring to the table and their gameplay. But what'd you think of Moscow? I digged it.
It looked awesome. Like I said, like we saw where Cammy was sniping. You had really the terminal where a lot of the fights were going on. And I just love listening to all the players just figure out what they want to use. The War Machine looks awesome.
Yeah, that thing was hitting like a truck. And that's like the satisfaction, like, you hear Courage saying, like, it's broken, it's powerful. Yeah, it's a score streak. It should be powerful. You should be wiping people off the map. And, from Swag's POV, that thing was absolutely dominating the competition. Got to see it from a couple of different players. But before we continue on and check out some of the different POVs and maps, we're going to kick it over to Nameless.
Yeah, that was an awesome map. I don't know about you guys, but that map sort of is giving me nostalgia from Black Ops 2. Just the way the fights were happening there, 74 U's, and then just watch people pull out that War Machine. That thing was absolutely insane, and I'm sure we're going to have it for you guys to see once again here in the highlights. But, yeah, that center map, the flow of it, you have to get inside and move through the train yard, right? So we see right here on the street, you have him running that AK-47, trying to pick up some kills with the AR. We haven't seen too many AK-47s, but now switching over to the 74U, Nick's going to pick up a massive 2-piece here. And once again, we see the laser strapped on it so he can hip fire it. That was a big 2-piece as they get control of the center area of the map. You heard Joe and Clint talking about it. You got to control the flow. You got to get in here because you can get to any single part of the map from this area. Enabled Deputy had bad running that 74U as well. He's actually the first one I've seen not have the laser, but he was hitting some absolute beam shots here, as well as the MP5 coming back into action. We're seeing so much variety today, and I love to see the top streamers switching up their weapons, right? Like everybody's not just running one weapon. We're seeing snipers. We're seeing LMGs. We even saw some shotguns early on in this game. In Team Deathmatch, you can pretty much run any gun that you want and play yourself, right? It's just you trying to get those kills and help out the squad. Gataga, this guy's been playing Call of Duty for a very long time. The French monster, he's picking up some big kills. Moving on, you see Hutch. And one thing I love about Hutch's gameplay, he's always chilling by himself. When he looks around, you don't see any teammates in sight. He's just trying to pick up those kills. He was running the M4, a fan favorite from Modern Warfare, now in Cold War, also still very good. And this is the War Machine. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. This thing is beefy. You can put it away, pull it back out, and you can pick up a 2-piece. It seems like nobody in these lobbies was running flak jackets. They were all just getting destroyed by the War Machine. And moving on to Swag here. This is that crazy frenzy you saw him get with the War Machine. He picks up like 5 or 6 kills. And wow, Moscow is just a fast-paced, super fun urban map. I cannot wait to see more. But let's get into the next game, Maven and Merc.
Thank you, Nameless. Yes, let's continue on. Joe, I believe we're going to check out Hardpoint now. One of the fan favorites for you, the competitive side, which we work on to a high degree with the CDL. We're going to go back to Satellite, a map we saw a little bit earlier on today. Map was awesome. Now with a different mode. We'll see how this one will play out. It should be a blast.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see some of our CDL pros sort of take this on, the way the spawns work. You heard Maddox talk about it from our devs. You know, that old school spawn system that we love. Rotation's important. One thing to note that he talked about, you're going to know 10 seconds ahead of that rotation where the next hill is going to go. So hopefully that helps your team rotate to the next one. We know how important that is.
Well, especially early in the title, right?
Yes.
People are still trying to figure out the rotations, but just waiting on everyone to get into the lobby, and then we'll hop right into Satellite. Hardpoint. Looking back to Moscow, I digged it. It just seemed like a kind of traditional Treyarch map. Like, looked like an absolute blast. You saw the different lines of sight that you could have, like long-range fights in the outer alleys. We saw the snipering into play, the mid-game or like mid-map havoc that you could have. We saw shotguns being used, SMGs. But now over to Ricky's, you see him really messing with the MP5. And we saw there's a wild card that you could put up to 8 attachments on, and you can see how stacked he's trying to make this gun right now.
Yeah, I mean, just looking through those attachments, you had one that did 100 plus 150% vehicle damage. So maybe if you really want to have a weapon to deal with those score streaks, you can. Because it looks like he's just trying to load into a game as the lobby's trying to get set up. But excited to see Satellite again. The way that map plays in an objective-based mode.
Well, it'll be a lot different than what we saw in Kill Confirm.
Yes.
Yeah, like as much as Kill Confirm has an objective, it's still very, I don't know, it can be a little
TDMS.
Well, it can be a little set up. Yeah, like TDM exactly. Whereas there's a little bit more rhyme or rhythm to something like Hardpoint. We'll see, because this is obviously a show match in every sense of the word. Players just trying to, get content for their particular content channels and just enjoy the new game as we're waiting on the official launch in the beta later in the year. We might be starting it off with Deputy Hadbat as we head to Angola, Central Africa, Satellite. It's Hardpoint, on with the Deputy.
See what Enable can do. Going through his settings right now. He's got Mud Dog, he's got Kismet on his team. This looks like a pretty good hardpoint squad. And right away, that hardpoint pops. Something that we saw this year was like a 10-second sort of cooldown before it sort of started. This time, you don't have that.
Okay, well, I'm dead.
Just get right into the mix. Yeah, you just get right into it.
My team.
Scum's on the other team. Yeah.
Okay. Oh!
Did you see the smokes coming out? We heard the smokes are strong in
though?
Cold War.
There are just smokes everywhere as people are trying to get in and lock the point. Well, somebody already hit the flank early. It's the Scarflord. Bobby Poff finding a little flank on through.
Okay.
See the spawns flip as well, but yeah, looks like rocking the XM4. Nice shots from Cat.
Oh,
And that's what I'm excited to see. Is see the next hard point 10 seconds before this the new one pops. So I want to see that, what that looks like. Shane has that 74U still out.
Looks like,
And there we go. It looks like, with 10 seconds left, you can see it on your menu.
I know you highlighted the AK-74U. You love it. It's been a fan favorite for ages. Do you have like favorite gun of what you've seen so far? Is that it?
The 74U or the 70? Because I feel like, or the 47, the AK-47. Because I feel like the AK-47, it gets lost in a lot of Call of Duty titles at times because usually it's known as that super heavy hitting, but what does that come along with? There's typically a lot of recoil. So I want to see how it performs in this title.
Well, with the sheer number of attachments you're going to be able to have, like who knows? You might be able to really tweak that to more to your liking, but Priesta's POV.
Ooh, the M16, the first one we've seen, the burst gun. I love burst guns.
Oh, he gets one clean burst in, but I think he had 3-4 players he was trying to deal with it. But let's stick with his POV for a second if we can. UAV up, M16 in hand. I think this is like the first burst gun we've really seen in all the POVs we've checked out.
Yeah, there was a burst pistol. I think it was called the Diamatti that we saw. The burst pistol is always really strong secondaries. But you see the next comes up. Elimination comes in, and it looks like he wants to edit this a little bit. He's talking a lot about the stock. It looks like he's going to go with the tactical stock. I don't know what it does, but he feels like it's important.
Just to highlight, though, still a cool feature in this particular title, the fact that you can do that on the fly, right? You can edit attachments inside of the game, really tweak and find that sweet spot you're looking for.
Ooh. What is this weapon that Legion is rocking? I like this scope as well, switching it up.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he was finding the long lines of sight. I mean, it's only got 20 bullets in the clip, but it seems like it's hitting very, very hard.
No!
Oh, it looks like a semi-auto. At least it sounds that way. But he's going up against Sim. He's going up against Nick, Kismet. There are some stacked squadrons in this game.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like randomized at first or if they were joining particular teams, but may the RNG gods be with you as some of these rosters come together. It's it's 98 to 21. So the focus, unfortunately, for his squad has not necessarily been on the objective, but you live and you learn.
Everybody's going to be really excited when they have Jump on there.
Yeah.
Hardpoint lockdown.
Yeah, that's been one common theme we've heard from like 3 different people now. Like, oh, we have the king on our squad. That feels good.
Come on, Cram. That's really Cram. I'm going to talk some mad shit after this.
Cat with the sniper out in the dunes, out in the hills. Gives you a lot of cover. You can use that landscape to your advantage. Drifter hits a nice shot right there on the bob.
Dude, so yeah, some of those like bits of cover you can get are nutty, but Taz, you with a little quick scope, but frustrating that the stun connects. And you'll be watching his sniping vids probably the entire year. Is this just at first glance, like it just looks like sniping's back. Like sniping looks really, really fun in this title.
It's really snappy. You know, like the aim down sight. Like we saw that last year a bit with marksman rifles, not as much really. I think at times with the AX-50 in Modern Warfare, but as you said, with that wild card, you can sort of stack it.
No, it looks very, very snappy. And speaking of snappy, Testy snapping right now. 2 are going to drop. 3rd in front. He's going to get fried as well as hit after hit after hit.
And I'm actually curious. It doesn't look like it, but one thing Treyarch loves to do with snipers is they don't put aim assist on it, right? Compared to other Call of Duty titles that typically have it. Treyarch said, no, it does not look like you have that aim assist. So it's going to definitely take some adjustment with these snipes.
Certainly. Well, he's hungry for the streaks, and you saw him get like 4 in a row there. Again, like the multiplayer stacks up as you're earning points. He's now on 5 in a row within this life, so he's getting closer and closer to accruing these streaks. There's one left in the snipe as he's trying to locate a target to hit the shot. Nice movement there, up to a 6th streak, napalm strike, locked and loaded.
Yeah, I think he was talking about.
Torch him!
He was talking about a chopper in there that he's trying to stay away from. Was that one that was going to be a collapse? And napalm comes in as well. Testy is going off for us.
He hits the snipe. He burns to alive. The sub's on point as well as Testy is putting on a clinic on Satellite. Finally, he's going to drop, but what a spree that was.
Yeah, he gets a little caught, and well, Swaggy's got the War Machine. He's got a chopper as well. His team's got a 40-point lead. She's enjoying that. And yeah,
that player no longer has legs.
Okay, there you see the flak jacket.
Didn't matter. He is still dead.
I think that player might be like, there might have been multiple on the point.
Could have been.
Can't see her. He's on the hill.
Yeah, those hills are going to be nutty, man. Like, I feel like the bits of cover you can get.
How am I dying there? Please tell me.
Oh, Jack. He must have been up late. He seems whiny today.
Think so?
He did get back from
he was probably really excited hanging out with us.
Well, he got a great vacation back from Napa yesterday. We did spend a little bit of time with Courage, but he's looking to Friday day, and my God, swag.
This is the map for it, baby.
This is not Miami. It's a little bit easier to see.
It's the map for it.
This entire team just got shredded to bits by a high caliber round from a chopper gunner.
Dude, this reminds me of like Black Ops 1, dude. Like firing range, just lighting it up.
Direct sequel. Oh my. Yeah, that looked a little bit easier to line up than Miami.
I can't turn my shit.
And that was just a feast. Like a hungry hippo just gobbling up the opposition. My God. They just keep going.
Is no one going to shoot this thing?
They're just spawning in front of it and getting destroyed.
Thinking this might be a gameplay for Swag.
I think Swag's having fun. I don't know about the other team. Oh, they're there.
There are so many rockets coming in now. You can see in the top left how much health his helicopter has.
Somebody shoot it!
So close to getting taken down. There we go. Finally. He's up to 7,000 damage dealt already.
Very cool.
All right. Well, I think his streak just said 15 maybe as we left his POV.
Okay.
So, yeah, he got quite a few big kills through the chopper gunner.
Really like working with.
Okay.
But I'll show you guys what it looks like
The
at least.
5 rockets. This is more than 5. That was a couple of them.
Oh, yeah, it did seem like a lot of rockets to take that thing down. But here's that AK-47. I wanted to see it in play.
Oh, well, you can tell it's there. It hits hard, but
I saw it play for a half second.
yeah, it didn't last long.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. We call that the caster curse.
Yeah.
Je fais là, il va là-bas. OK. On va gagner tranquillou.
Trying to decipher the gameplay strategy.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to see the Type 821 here with T.
Yeah, I think Krista had this out earlier, and it kind of looked like a bead.
Well, I think he's just
Well,
got
I
hit
think
by
he-
a War Machine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was like a streak plus a combination of a shotgun. Means Teep was just blown to bits. Well, Teep, you got to focus on the objective more, buddy.
Yeah, see, this is not the TV show.
Yeah, no, in every single game you ever competed in, Teep, your ass was in the hard point.
Yeah, get in there, buddy. Yeah, you're not,
Streaming thinks he's a slayer.
you're not there. You're not there for him.
Nah, you're
To
right.
go in first.
You're right. But look at Bob's face, dude. He's locked in. Not doing Bob cracks me up.
Oh, that's how you know. That's the Bob locked in face.
But we have seen probably like more highlight plays in this particular map. When you think about what Swag was able to do with the chopper, the snipes that Testy was hitting, yeah, there have been some absurd moments as Enable, Deputy Hat Bad. A nose is going down to the wire. 20-point game with 50 seconds to go on the clock.
I like game clock it.
Me cago en la puta madre. Me voy a coger el sniper para matarlo.
I love the passion.
Ah, no, ganamos.
I love the passion. There's that Diamante I was talking about.
I don't know if he's happy or mad. I'm not really sure. But
I think maybe he was on a streak, like he was close to something.
Maybe.
So it looks like they can't even get the rockets off. That seems to be the problem. Yeah.
How long does this fucking thing last?
Yeah, this thing looks very strong.
Really?
Hey, you got it. Go, Jericho.
You got it.
The biggest play in the game. Hey, the good thing, they're only down a few points, but the chopper gunners look good.
Yeah. They certainly do.
Looks like a chopper made out of vibranium. I don't even know. Like,
what's vibranium?
isn't that the thing in like marble? Isn't that what it's called?
I was thinking of like, I was thinking, what's it called? Is it Wolverine, like adamantium?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking adamantium.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I was thinking of.
Okay, all right. You metal expert. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what it is.
Some mineral.
Yeah. Back to Scump's POV, you can see why several of the content creators want to be on his team, as they are up 100 points.
And Seth's running it up, baby. Seth's running it up right now. He's having a great day.
That was a little 1600 train for Scumpy.
Oh, choo-choo action.
Give me some good production out of the attack chopper right now.
These dogs not real.
Okay. It's good quality production. He's just trying to find something. Someone's going off. Fearful. Fearful is just taking someone down with the chopper gunners. So you got attack helicopters. You have chopper gunners in the air. Maven, I am going to need you to lock and load with rocket launchers.
Oh, yeah, I'm down. That could be my secondary at all times for you, buddy. I'm going to max that thing out.
Wow, nice shot. He's got to watch this kill cam. Marksman.
Yeah, so that's just one of the ones you take on the chin. Like, all right,
Yeah,
nice shot.
It ain't real.
This is the RPD, rocking the LMG. Hutch continues to switch it up, try all the different weapons. This game almost over.
I just feel like I've liked, like,
Bro,
of all the guns we've seen, like, just the,
popping.
I don't know, the sound and feel of it just looks
satisfying. Yeah.
like there's just like a weightiness to kind of the gunfire. I love it.
I almost have my helicopter.
Noah is excited because he's almost there. And that's the thing, right? Obviously, the score streaks, they don't reset after death. But if you're having a tough game, you might not get one of the higher costly score streaks.
I saw some people kind of tweeting during this and saying, like, yes, it's different now with keeping it through death, but like with the multiplier, like you really need to have like some nice streaks.
Yep.
They're going to be hard to earn.
Yep.
But now War Machine out for Hutch. As he's hitting people
Dude,
just
if you
hitting
do not
below
have
the
flak
smithereens.
jacket on, and it's one, and you're gone.
Oh, you got was the metal boomer applies perfectly to Hutch. Oh, mistakes are made, but also takes out half the enemy team.
We've all done that. We've all done that. And I actually saw on the bottom of the screen, I really like it said the percentage of damage dealt that you do, right? So when you get that elimination,
I like that.
right? So if you did 97%, like that, you did a lot of the work.
Wow, what just popped up on his screen? There were like 62 lines of text. He did a lot of stuff there, apparently, with that kill. But Marksman was one of the nasty snipe we saw earlier in the game. We'll see if he can put on a show for us as we get to the tail end of this. Just 1.1 seconds remaining. So this is going to end any moment once there's a bit of contest or somebody stepping out of the hard point, but
good.
still go over the quick
Nah,
skills.
Marksman, you don't. You had some nasty snipes. You just missed that little flick. It's okay. You do not suck.
He's rebounding just fine for the victory. Hits the shots. 57 eliminations for him. 237 to 192 victories. We hop over to Zuma. The Italian's dying for the moment, but just hopping through a lot of these players and some of their highlight moments. But that might have been the best map for just showing off some crazy plays so far.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm doing what I can. Like I'm playing against some pros sometimes, some really great players.
That would have been nasty if he hit that.
It feels everybody's getting comfortable, Maven.
Yeah.
Especially with these snipers.
Man, I tried.
That was
I tried,
naughty.
boys. 16-30.
Yeah, that's all you can do sometimes.
Yeah, good game.
Put
No,
your
had a
best
really
foot
good
forward. Yeah,
game.
puts up a solid game there from Noah, but that was insane. We saw the snipes, we saw the War Machine hit, we saw the attack chopper. I feel like there was just a wide breadth of just crazy, insane play there on satellite. We saw kill confirmed on it earlier. This time it's going to be the hardpoint mode. Some players focusing on the objective, some players focusing on lighting it up in the kill feed. But yeah, you can't argue. There's been a lot of variety so far, and some shining moments for sure.
And again, every single time we go to a map like satellite, you can see the different elements that you want to play around. If you don't want close quarters, you can go out into the dunes. You have that cover to play from. That's where you can use that sniper. If you want to get in everybody's face, you use the pathways, right, that we see from time to time. But it's just so cool to see all the unique elements.
Well, Nameless has been doing our breakdowns post-match. This one should be an easy and a fun one because there were plenty of highlight moments. Nameless, take it away, bud.
Yeah, that was one of the craziest games we've had so far, if not the craziest. I mean, we saw sniper sprees, we saw players picking up chopper gunners, and in that particular game, if you're listening to the in-game comms, every single player was trying to get their score streaks. We saw the War Machine come back out to play, and there's some trends that we're seeing here. Every time it's on Jericho, he's shooting down a chopper in the sky. If it's on Swag, we're seeing a War Machine, and if it's on Testy, we're going to be seeing some snipes. You see Shane here with a 74U early on, picking up some kills. And this was hardpoint, so a lot of our CDL pros and CDL pro coaches, they are going to be more well prepared for the hardpoint game mode. We saw the M16 for the first time today in one of our CDL pros' hands. Priesta, he was trying to pick up some kills, and right here I heard him. He was complaining about the smoke. He was like, I couldn't see anything. There's so much smoke, and in the Cold War, smokes are insane. They're a lot bigger, and you can use them to your advantage, and you see it coming out early to play here on Satellite Hardpoint. We're seeing this Type 63 once again pick up a ton of kills, and this was the spree that I was most excited to watch. Testy, he said it early on. He was like, I want to get some streaks, man. I need to go off. I need to pick up streaks. He misses one shot, and then he just goes on a crazy spree. He picks up like 3 snipes. He pulls out a 74U, picks up another kill, and it's just such a satisfying kill with that sniper, especially when you get a headshot. The sound in Cold War is absolutely amazing. The napalm strike comes out, picks up 2 kills, and right here,
see, I ain't gonna
keep your eye on the sniper. It looks like he gets a collat, but he picks up 1, and then the napalm gets another 2. So this was just an exciting play on Testy, and it was crazy because he called it right before it all happened. Hopping on board here with Swag. Like I said, every single game, this guy's going off. He has the War Machine, also has 2 streaks to his name. No big deal. They finally pull out Black Jacket, but he's still able to get those kills, and he's just been sticking with the M4, right? Like, he comes from Warzone. He loves the M4. Going into Cold War, it's almost just as good. Chopper Gunner, lighting up Satellite. Now, this map is completely open. There's no buildings. So if you get a Chopper Gunner, you're pretty much going to just fry everybody on the map. You see Swag right here. He has no remorse for the other team. Yeah, that was incredible. That was one of the best games we've had so far. And if today couldn't get any better, we have a special announcement for you guys at home. Jess and Clint, take it away.
Well, thank you very much, Nameless, as we gear up to dive into one of the other brand new modes coming up in the Cold War multiplayer, VIP Escort. There are a few updates for everyone that we wanted to go over with you guys about free post-launch content and how Cold War is built for the PlayStation 5.
So Treyarch has committed to continuing to deliver a lot of content for free as part of Black Ops Cold War's post-launch seasons. Stuff like new maps, new modes, new base weapons, and more will be rolled out for free for players across the post-launch seasons of the game, just like Modern Warfare did last year.
This is awesome. So does that mean that just by playing, I can keep getting access to all sorts of new multiplayer content every few weeks or so?
Yeah, exactly.
Woo-hoo!
And from what I've been told, Treyarch's got solid plans for post-launch multiplayer content, and they're going to roll out a lot more detail on this before launch.
Jess, you've got the knowledge hookup. So a lot of people are also wondering how Black Ops Cold War will take advantage of the next-gen consoles and specifically the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, right. And so new console years are always super exciting because devs can bring fans these awesome experiences in all their glory by using the power of these new consoles. Treyarch and crew are focused on taking advantage of 5 key features for Black Ops fans. First off is higher refresh rate. Cold War can take advantage of the PS5's ability to run at 120 hertz. So if you've got a display that's 120 hertz capable, As a player, that's going to translate into cut down input lag, which is going to give you a really smooth gameplay experience.
I like the sound of that, Jess, and I know resolution is always a big one for players too. Maxing out the 2 gives you this super clear, smooth image that creates an edge of multiplayer. The Treyarch crew is leveraging the additional memory that the PS5 provides so the team can build true 4K gameplay.
Yeah, and to make everything look that much better, the team are tapping into the ray tracing tech available for PS5. This is all about creating the most realistic lighting and effects. Treyarch is using ray tracing with their photogrammetry captured environments and characters, which is when you digitally scan an object in the real world and recreate it nearly perfectly in-game, and combines it with what's called a photometric lighting system. Basically, you end up with this absolutely beautiful HDR 4K experience on the PS5 with some of the most realistic looking environments yet.
Yeah, that all sounds awesome, Jess, but sound and feel are also just as important in the multiplayer experience, especially in a game like COD.
Yeah, good call. And Cold War will take advantage of both 3D audio and haptic feedback. Cold War takes advantage of PS5 tech that allows them to create true 3D audio.
Ooh.
This creates a sound image in front of, behind, below, and above you. In multiplayer, you're going to get the most advanced directional feedback from your environment. So weapons will sound differently based on the point of origin. Footstep direction and distance are going to be super clear. You guys get the picture. It's all designed to help you know where your enemies are within a 3D sound space. And to help translate all of that into literal feel, Cold War multiplayer uses every bit of the haptic feedback systems in the new DualSense controller. So the vibrations and the triggers are more advanced than they've ever been in terms of telling you exactly what's happening with the weapon in your hands or the vehicle you're driving when you play.
Damn, so this sounds like it's going to be wild on PS5. Thanks for the rundown, Jess. Now let's gear up for our first look at a brand new mode called VIP Escort.
Yes, I am so excited for VIP Escort. You know, like we said earlier, it's a 6v6 VIP Escort. So this time we're going to be playing on Crossroads. It's a huge map, much bigger than what we've seen before. So that's really going to affect the way that our pros and our influencers are playing. And of course, depending on which side you are on, you are either trying to kill the VIP or rescue them. So, you know, that's enough hearing about it. I really want to see some more gameplay. Murph, Maven, take it away.
Jess just killed that.
She's crushing it.
Yeah,
she's crushing it.
The whole haptic feedback, 4K resolution, 3D
It's a lot of
audio.
big words.
I don't know what's going on, but it all sounds awesome. And we can't wait to get our hands on the game, but let's continue on with this awesome gameplay segment. It is the multiplayer reveal. If you're just joining us, we've seen a whole array of gameplay. You can check back through VODs to check it out, but I know most of you've been watching this the entire time, and I hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far, but it's the new mode. It's VIP Escort, and Joe, you should be familiar with this because you're very good. I'm not.
Okay.
You basically escort me around all the time anyway.
Yeah.
Protect me.
Right. We have to protect you. We get that challenge quite often, right? To take care of Maven, right? That is really important. And again, as Jess said, you're going to try to protect and extract your VIP, or you're going to try and take them down. It is an elimination-based game mode. It's 6v6. But what's interesting about this one is depending on the map, it is going to play differently. We're going to Crossroads. We haven't seen that yet, right? You're going to have vehicles that you can use. But if we switch maps, you know, play this Miami maybe a little bit, it's going to play a lot different. And I think that's what's so exciting about this is, yes, it's a new mode, but it's also going to have different feels based on the map.
Well, let's get into Crossroads. This one, if you're watching the developer commentary early in the broadcast, they were talking about the snowmobiles. And she said that one of the more satisfying things is just nailing somebody with a snowmobile. I tend to agree. I want to smash people with a snowmobile, too. So this should be very cool to see. This is, again, one that's going to be transport vehicles, snowmobiles all over the map. This is one of the larger maps. It's a very, very large map. And yeah, I don't know what to expect. This is the first time we've really seen eyes on with VIP, but from an overall breakdown standpoint, it sounds fun. It should be a blast.
Yeah, it sounds a lot of fun. There's a lot of ways you can win the round. There's a lot of different ways that you can play this game. Again, also score streaks are going to be for the VIP only. They're the only person that can earn some score streaks. They're going to get a spy plane. They have 2 smokes to protect themselves as well. So if you are that VIP, you're going to have a couple of different ways that you're going to want to play.
To the snowmobile, please. No, why would you get in the snowmobile? See, they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
Look how slow you look, guys.
That looks awesome. It looks beautiful.
Oh, yeah,
there we go.
Zuma, it's time to smash.
What do you mean?
Find him, hunt him,
I mean, you did donate $200.
hit him with the snowmobile. He's already out of it. I'm very sad. I was hoping he was going hunting. One person I know we can rely on to do that when we get to them later is Bobby Boss.
Yeah, he's going to try and nail some people. But again, elimination base mode. This is going to be first to 4. And it sounds like an escort is already there. So the escort's there. Now they got to get him out.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. They already got him out. They got the round win. So again, we're hopping from game to game. But they didn't watch the point. That's basically what Sim's saying. So thank you very much.
No, he seemed a little frustrated there, but over to Nick Merckx we go. These guys you mentioned, we're going to be hopping in between a lot.
Okay,
of
so
games,
he's the VIP. Nick's the VIP. If we can watch Nick for a little bit. Now, looks like you could revive as well. As Bobby gets taken down.
Hey, Bob. Yeah. I like that from Nick.
This isn't really a tactic.
No, yes, it is. This is absolutely a tactic. This is called mind games. Now, do you want to do that with your teammates? More often than not, no.
Yeah.
But Bobby down, I mean, we're used to seeing that quite a bit.
Yeah, he's still there. Okay, got my elimination. Yeah, so the down mechanics are just like blackout, by the way. Oh. Okay, I saw someone up there.
Interesting. So you kind of hear some comparisons to
Protect me, Caesar.
something like Blackout or Warzone, like a BR with the down mechanic.
Oh, he's trying to stay alive. He comes to VIP. You see the spy point is able to help his team out.
But I don't die.
That's the confidence.
Oh, he's going to get invaded by the down player. The smoke comes out. He's going to push on through it.
You ready for it?
Yes, I'm ready for it. Yeah, there's the smoke. And I think this is really what the dev team was talking about. The smoke team, or the smoke goes out. And there we go. He is out of there. The VIP extracted.
Gets the kill with the pistol.
He's like, these guys. He's just leaving his team too. Yeah. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm the important one. I'll see you guys later.
And Square Nick is still showing Bobby extra love. But more snowmobile plays as they're pushing to get positioned by this central tower. The shotgun hits. Oh, well, that's one way to end. So you've seen the extraction round win. There you've seen the other way of doing it, smoking the VIP player. Another way to do it.
I don't know if that was the start of the round, if that VIP didn't know what they were doing.
Might have been, Joe.
Yeah,
might have been.
They lost their team the round and maybe record history.
That was a very fast round, yes. Where'd he go, Hutchie?
Maybe Hutch, maybe he did it, maybe he didn't. Ooh, look at that. That is some deep brush. Oh, they're getting knocked.
I'm so sorry.
Somebody's sneaking inside of a bush.
Did he smush him?
That's how good.
I saw one.
Take the VIP.
Wait, chat, is there pool travel in this? No. I'm so sorry, dude.
Repeat, VIP on fire.
It's probably the VIP apologizing. The VIP got taken down. I am so sorry. They tried to go for a look right here. He was trying to extract. Somebody made the play.
Gets right through the smoke, gets the kill. Now we get Taga's POV. Only hits one shot, but his teammate drops the pistol strong enough to do it.
Wait, so they just took the snowmobile and just went forward.
Yes, snowmobile tactics are incredible, Joe.
I'm about it.
I actually rode a snowmobile once when I was younger.
Well, no, I was just cracking up because that said 6 alive versus 6 alive, and they just went for the VIP. And hopefully they're not.
Have you ever ridden a snowmobile? It's very fun.
No, I actually haven't.
When I grew up in Pennsylvania, I was snowmobile all over the place.
I don't believe you.
No, 100%. It's really. Oh, yeah, it was so fun. I was basically a snowmobile expert, so I'm probably going to be good at it this game, too.
I have jet ski. I have snowmobile.
Okay.
Ya sabes que hay monitores de 360 hercios.
Please, I just need to see somebody catch a snowmobile to the face.
And that's what we all want. That's what everybody's trying to find.
But it's tough. It's one of those vehicles where you're like, you're wide open to gunfire, right? Like, there's not a lot of cover or anything like that. Like, it's there for the movement purely, but I'm hoping. Yes, you know what to do. Maybe you hear us somehow. Please
go for it. Taga's knocked in. There you can see from the down player point of view. Yeah, it very much looks like Blackout. You can move. You can sort of use a third person camera to help your team out. Hello, sir. Hey, please revive me. Okay, the revive's off. And that's actually a pretty quick revive.
Yeah, that was really fast.
Can he get out? Can he get out? Can he get out? Oh, it's a 6v1. He'll probably get out.
Yeah, I think more than likely that'll do it. I think that's going to actually seal the game for them. First of 4 rounds, I think that was their 4th on the board, so they're in the chopper. They're out of there. There is victory for Gotaga and company. And this is one of those modes, though, that I think it's going to take time to really showcase how awesome it is, just in the sense of, like, you really kind of need to learn how to play this and strategies and teamwork, whereas TDM and Hardpoint Kill Confirmed, like, people have played for so long. Yes, 100%.
This is going to require a lot of teamwork.
No, this actually, like, I'm into this. This seems like this could be a whole lot of fun.
There's probably going to be some insane plays that you'll see out of the community with, like, the VIP being the last player alive with the pistol.
Yeah, it's almost like, it's not a great comparison, but yeah, almost like Blackout, like S&D had a baby or something kind of in a way.
like the part.
Yeah, me too.
I like knowing.
But I love stuff like that. Like, you think about what has become one of our favorite modes, like Control. Control's sort of like Hardpoint, Dom, and Search had a kind of mixed together. Like, sometimes you'll like combine some of the best features of modes, and all of a sudden this awesome mode comes out of it. This is great. Treyarch just incredibly creative. I'm looking forward to playing this one for sure.
I'm not into it. I just want to
Yeah,
play.
so you hear all the creators talk about it. Midnight's like, I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing yet, but Barista with the XM4.
It's just one of those, has a little bit of a learning curve.
This is one of the weapons I'm excited to see with this red dot. See how this looks.
Tracer with the beams.
This looks like one of the first lobbies we're sort of seeing where people are figuring it out, right? You get a couple of rounds in, how you want to play, that player trying to stay alive. And yeah, I kind of like the aspect where you're down and yeah, you need your team to be there. Ooh, the flank comes through.
Yeah, solo missions are going to be tough, that's for sure.
Next round.
That's a round loss. They still have the 2-1 edge, but Priest's squad will drop.
Extracted, bro.
Well, the first one was like we have a 4-0 stop. That one ended quickly. So you can see the pace of the game can be crazy.
And it was a
Well, when it's a 4-0 and you're
this is a 3-3.
caught out.
3-3. We got a round 7. Round 7 for the
they're
W.
loading up on the snowmobiles.
Do I have a horn?
Yeah.
You sure do.
You know, that's the important question, right? Do I have a horn?
What sort of cosmetic horns am I going to get?
I like the sound.
No, that's like one thing that's really stood out to me. Maybe it's just because, like, with the current game we've been playing, like, there's suppressors on everything. Like, everything. It's just nice to kind of hear the gunfire of the various guns again. It's like I didn't realize how much I missed it until I'm like hearing something.
Sometimes I'll load up into a pub and I'm like, oh, after play Warzone for a while, right? You're like, that's what that sounds like again.
No, that's like the one thing I guess, like the nerd day or whatever you want to call it, is like really looking forward to testing and playing. Is just like all the new tech around the audio stuff, dude. Like, especially like if you got like a nice headset, like that new 3D audio stuff should be awesome.
Let's go. Snipes coming in, Sim going big. It looks like they were able to win this game. So,
Come on, Priest.
almost heard what he said. But Priest looks like he's the VIP trying to stay alive. He only got 8 bullets in the clip. Take it. He's trying to get out of there.
Go for it.
Down.
It's a 3v3. I'm just gonna go for it. Just gonna go for it.
It's not coming that side. Close on that side.
It does not look good. It's not the best smoke. Just go for it.
Oh no!
Now he's getting hit.
I'm nervous. Who's watching over them?
It looks so stressful to be the VIP because there's just so little you can do with the pistol, right? Your teammates have got to make the play.
Yep.
He's
going to attack. He's going to attack. He's going on the offensive.
There's only 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, they got to go. Maybe trying to switch sites. Okay, they had one out.
You got to go now, though. 20 seconds to go. 2v2.
Run, Preston.
Can you get there in time?
Strap on the Pumas.
I don't
and
know.
Get
Can you get there? That's a great question. We haven't played this long enough. Go!
Does it pause the clock when he starts to distract the
Yes.
does? Okay. So it pauses the clock.
Dun, 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 dun.
Looks like the rotation pays
They
off.
got it.
Celebrating the clutch.
That was only the third round. I thought that was
Yeah, no, the way he was reacting, I thought it was over. I thought they won the whole thing.
That's okay. But that's what I'm saying. When you're the VIP, you make those game-winning plays. You feel it. You're the hero.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, voice chat.
Half a granola bar in his mouth or whatever that is, just gassing up the squad.
Sí, sí.
Hit someone,
Podría ser
hit somebody.
perfectamente una misión de la campaña.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm disappointed with. Like, there has not been enough aggression with
Es lo
vehicles
único que
thus
me tira
far.
para
I'm trying to
atrás,
see
por
something
lo demás,
crazy.
güey.
No, acaban de matar ahí.
Solo digo que como me metan otro trancazo me voy a arrollar, pero pecha.
A Lucas Almada, bro. Cuidado.
This is the Type
Be careful.
63.
Cuidado, lo matas fácil. Vale, sí, bien, bien. Remátalo, bro.
Yeah, all he's saying there, as I translate, is he's frying the lobby jump.
Yeah, it's his favorite weapon. He's loving this mode.
Yeah,
He needs some help. He's please help us. Please help me.
Did you call fast?
Yeah, you are really quick.
Dude, this guy, he is moving.
Or maybe it looks that way because you come so far zoomed out.
I don't know.
I think that's what it is.
I can't call
You
that.
know how like there's some different FOV scales that
Yeah,
looks like
yeah,
they're
yeah.
moving quicker? Will somebody help him, please?
He's gonna bleed out.
Hostia, que me
Oh, the penguin's coming.
Hostia, qué risa el pingüino.
Please! Oh, yes!
Gracias, tío.
Yes.
Lo he visto. ¿Qué están haciendo realmente? ¿Qué es que no entiendo el modo de juego, es el problema?
No sé, tienen que extraer algo.
He recargado un segundo.
No problem. They got this round clutch. They're clutching it.
Ay, que parece que estoy al lado, pero está a 100 metros.
Yeah, it seems like smokes are just gonna be huge with this.
Súper alejado.
Pero parece que está aquí al lado, pero me cago un dios, ¿sabes?
Rápido, 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 rápido,
Sí,
rápido.
I thought he threw a smoke, but maybe
No, I think it was a stun.
Oh, yeah, I thought he threw a smoke at first. Like, where did he
Can he get him? Can he get him?
Oh, they're all
Can he
lined-
get him?
they're all lined
Can he
up.
get him?
2 down, 3 down,
Oh, he's
1 more
going
there.
there. Push it. One more. Push it. Go for it. Win it. Oh!
He knows it's so close. It's so close to a clip. No!
So close to making the round-winning play. Could his teammate clutch up? No. No. The extraction was there.
He needed like one more bullet.
One more bullet.
Sí, en el siguiente teléfono. Siguiente teléfono. Siéntate en el sofá y ya está, bro.
Oh, from his POV one more time. Well, like 2 down, that one shot. So the guy that reached out, the guy, he needed to get one more bullet.
I wish he would have went like low right. I wish he would have went low right.
Yeah, well, you are a mastermind of Call of Duty, Jay. You're in that position, you're clutching up.
There's no doubt in my mind. That is a W. I'm winning that round. Oh, they're the VIP.
Yeah, so maybe his pal here said he choked that round. We're switching who's playing.
Oh, they don't know. They don't know why. They don't know why. It's because they're like trying to switch classes. He's like, why do I have a pistol here? A pistol life. What is going on right now? No, please don't die because you will lose. Yeah. Nice shots. I kind of like that. I like the sound of that pistol. Yeah.
Un señuelo, tío.
That's a smoke. Oh, that's not good.
Pero no entiendo esta clase, es muy extraña.
He's just hitting buttons at this point.
Yeah, I think you're accurate there, Joe.
100% just hitting buttons.
Ya la mandó hace rato. ¡Wow, me ha tirado!
And that's why this is a new mode.
Oh, they got the kill. I said, where'd that guy go? The snowmobile's right there. You know what to do. It doesn't matter that you're the
You
VIP.
pick up weapons. No, you're the VIP. You're VIP.
Es que no entiendo, gente, voy con una pistola de mierda.
Well, we're learning as he's learning. I was like, maybe you can pick up weapons that are down. You can't.
Nah, I figured you couldn't just because the fact that everyone we saw had a pistol. I figured
Pero creo que no
you'd
llega.
have the option to. You're better ambitious shots.
Yeah.
Pistol, yeah.
Es como un mapa para rolear, ¿no? No es que para jugar.
One with the bushes.
Voy a extraer esto, eso la
No le puedes
The only problem with his current webcam setup is I don't know how many people are alive, but he's going for it.
It was like a 6v3, I think, last time we
Just
saw.
stick it.
You hear the bullets whizzing by you. 5 versus
I think he
2.
had it.
4
I think he
versus
had
2. No, there was a bullet whizzing
No,
by
it didn't hit him though.
No me deja.
It doesn't matter.
Sometimes you just gotta hold it, Joe. You just gotta believe.
La pistola que jamás nadie quería.
I'll be honest with you. In most lobbies, I would say yes. In these lobbies today, I'd probably say
Maybe
no.
not.
Estás bug, te dice Adri, programador de juego.
Estás bug, totalmente en contacto con los designs.
En contacto con.
I'm actually really looking forward to trying this.
Playing
I feel like, yeah, if you had like community,
group.
especially if you had a good group. Like you had your boys all on, everyone's in voice chat community.
It'll either be a 4-0 in 48 seconds or a really crazy game.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, he got out though. He was the last one alive and he clutched it.
Wait, weren't they like a 5v2 or something?
Yeah, it came down to like a 1v2. Oh, round 7, another one.
Final round.
Everybody's sniping.
A ver si pusiste.
Ooh, maybe that is your weapon right there. Maybe that is your gun.
What is that? Because that's all I'm using.
Ooh, that's the Tundra. In the Tundra.
Wait, I wonder if this is when all of, is this his teammate or is that when all of his teammates dropped?
That's when they all died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me meto yo en el código fuente.
One final round.
Esa es la que te dicen, ¿no? La me suena a mí.
Esta es la que.
La Crix.
Para mí es el mejor arma del juego. Mata por
Sí, pues
All right, so they're
sí,
offense.
la salto automático.
La cerveza que para la
Yeah, it says defend. It say defend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Año 94 no llega.
Se parece mucho a la 94, es verdad. Sí, te lo juro.
No, yeah, they're on defense.
Yeah, I thought they were. I saw pop up say escort the VIP, so I thought for a second. Maybe it was, again, I don't know any other languages. I'm trying the hardest.
Well, we have to, he's rocking the Krieg, it looks like. Krieg?
Me va a quedar en nada porque siempre vienen aquí.
No idea, Joe.
Y vamos aprovechando y vamos a ganar la partida.
But I'm excited to see him use it.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't seen this much. It has 40 bullets as well. I like the circular red dots as well.
The slide's actually interesting. It feels like he's using like a little boost of speed. It's like a little speed boost. Yeah.
Exacto, eso yo ahora.
Well, I like this angle. This is a crazy. But his team is getting smoked. But that might be the VIP. They won. His whole team was dying.
Well, that was anticlimactic because he couldn't get the angle.
Yeah, he's like,
finds the VIP.
He's like,
he runs around.
I love that. Yeah, clap it off. Clap it off.
The clutch is there. It just took the final kill onto the VIP. But
Una cosa sencilla. Tampoco queremos.
Let's go. We're the best. We clutched up round 7. Thumbs up.
all right, so there was a look through several of the different kind of lobbies that we have going on for VIP. Hope you enjoyed the new mode. But yeah, it looks like kind of a mix of like Blackout and Search and Destroy. And I know I'm not perfectly summarizing that, but it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of clutch moments. There's going to be those big plays. Can you save your VIP? Can you be the one to take them down? Yeah, the spy playing the smokes. There's a lot of different ways that you can play that.
Imagine you're in like a 1v4 as the
and
escort.
you get a snowmobile and you just run everybody over.
Well, that I would really like.
We didn't see any of that.
No, I didn't see nearly enough deaths to snowmobiles, but there might be something wrong with me. But to break down what we did see, we'll get it back over to Nameless.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was our first look at VIP right there. That mode is honestly kind of like Search and Destroy, but it's simple. It's like Protect the President. You got to get your VIP to the extraction point or eliminate all of your opponents. And if you're on defense, just don't let the VIP get to the extraction or eliminate all your opponents as well. So let's pull up some of our highlights. And in this first time of these streamers playing it, they were trying to figure it out, right? Like we saw players that were the VIP with the pistol picking up some good kills. But if you are that VIP, you shouldn't have to be getting those kills. Your teammates should be guiding you. These guys were trying to figure out as it was going on. Sort of the different strategies that you can take. If you're the VIP, you can hop straight onto a snowmobile, try to get to a good position on the map to get to the extraction point, or you can take your time while your teammates go out and try to distract on one side of the map. And we saw some pretty clutch plays on this one. We saw Priesta have a big clutch play. We saw Gataga go big here and try to get to the extraction point. And even if there are players left on the other team, if they're across the map and you're at the other extraction, you can just get away if they don't kill you in time. We saw a lot of players also still running the M4 in this map, as it can be a little bit of a longer range map right now. And players, they do go down. So there's a little bit of that aspect from Warzone. When a player goes down, they can get revived. We saw Nick Merckx teabagging his teammate early on. I think it was Bobby Paul. He was like, I'm not going to revive you here. And right now, we're on board with Priesta. He's one of our CDL pros. He was picking up a lot of kills with the pistol, surprisingly, because all these guys have automatic weapons. He went over towards B, and he knew that the last player was located at B, and he was like, you know what, I'm just going to go all the way to A. He gets there with like 2 or 3 seconds left, and when he starts to extract, that time stops. So he's able to get out and get away with his life and win the round. Right here, you see a huge play. He moves over towards A and picks up a triple kill with that Type 63. It is that semi-automatic AR where you can pick up a bunch of kills. He ends up getting knocked though by the last guy and takes a swing to the face where he ends up getting knocked out. You can see their reaction, Maven and Merc. These guys are cracking up. But we're going to get into more games here very shortly. And to these two beautiful gentlemen, Maven and Merc, take it away.
And he looks good in leather. But to continue on, we still have, I think we're going to check out some control, some VIP on various maps. We're getting back to, I think, what might become one of the fan favorites. We're going to Miami. This time it is going to be VIP. So we kind of watched this player sort of learn how to play that. We'll see if now they kind of figured out the basics, and we'll see those in action a little bit more in Miami.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different, right? You just came from Crossroads where you had a much different scale map than Miami is, right? The combat's going to be a little bit different, how you're taking those fights. And unfortunately for us, maybe there's no snowmobiles.
I was literally going to say, what about snowmobiles on Miami?
Well, it'd be a jet ski.
Streets.
It'd be a jet ski.
Right? I mean, snowmobiles.
The jet ski. Yeah. You're learning. You're smart. You're getting through it. Proud of you.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. But yeah, we're going to continue on into Miami. Check out more VIP action. One of the new modes we're showing off. We're just waiting for the lobby to get going. Then we will roll into it. But while we wait for it to start, like, I guess sort of high level thoughts. Like, how can you see that mode maybe, I don't know, evolving with time?
Well, I mean, as the defense, right, you're just sort of trying to hunt the VIP. Where is he? Where's the location? That's going to be so important. It's not going down without knowing where that player is. And then as the VIP, how good do those players get with the spy planes? How do they get with the smoke grenades? There's going to be a lot of teamwork used to get that VIP escort.
Absolutely. But to Noisy Butters POV we go. Well, thank you the subs, thank you the followers, checking out the weapons as they get ready for the next map. What is that? Minimal stock frame reduces pulse.
Sprint outs faster. It says it right in front of us. Plus 18% to sprint out.
Oh, I was just reading the thing at the top.
Me too. Let's just read the pros and the cons.
Yeah, so the percentage is what we were talking about earlier. I actually didn't notice it because I think I was looking at the wrong spot. But the percentage, again, I think that's great. Like, just let me know exactly what it's tweaking, how much it's tweaking it.
Here we go. I love your stream. I'm really glad I came across it. Hey, appreciate that, Anissa. If you guys aren't,
yes, I love that gas.
Yes,
Bye, chat. Here we go. Back to Miami. VIP escort. Bobby's pool at the Blackwood Motel.
I'm excited to just see how this plays out on this map. It'll be a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, it's just completely different size and scale. That's what's been cool about hopping between all these different maps. I was just showing off the differences between these. But VIP will, yes, play very, very different here. I'm lurking through the dark alley with Ninja equipped, sneaky as a tiger.
Sneaky as a ninja.
I would work too. I don't think tigers are like super sneaky either. They just sort of kill.
No, I think they are. Yeah, they like hunt. They like creep on up. They creep on up. Here we go over to Hutchie Hutch. What's he rocking with right now? He's got a what is that? Is that a
shotgun?
An AK right? Shotty? Yeah. I want to see the AK. And his teammates are getting smoked.
Oh, well, yeah,
it's a party. It's a party over here, Hutch. That's what's going on over here.
Yeah. Welcome to the party.
And Legion is the bouncer. It says, get out of here.
Yeah, well, those might help. Just a reminder, what the score streak's only going to be on. Get someone. Okay. I was confused for a second. I thought that player was going to bleed out.
Oh. Sorry.
Well, you can see already, like, a lot more fights are not happening like that mid-stream, right? Like, people are in the back alleys, like, looking like trash bins.
I know how to play this game mode too, right?
Party just finished. Streets are just filled with vomit. It's Miami, man. People get after it.
Ooh, Gotago is making plays as the VIP, the French monster.
Way over here and playing.
They want
that's what everyone's trying to do.
How
like,
far did I go?
Yeah, get me to the outskirts of the map.
He's way over here on A side. Like, they're literally on
Scump is on me, so go to B. He's got a little MP.
Oh, Collab! Wait, that I thought he was going to hit both, just barely missed. Yeah, I thought maybe Collab.
It's an album. There could be some environment stuff.
No. That was just Symphony choking, unfortunately for him. He doesn't miss much, but when he does, It is painful.
I don't know how that didn't.
Not much at all. Looks like it's on Marksman trying to clutch on up for his team. Was in a 1v4. Right out of ammo. Yeah, runs out of bullets right there. 2 quick rounds to the opposing team.
Damn.
Ooh, who is this?
Yeah, exactly. Little snapper team just got smoked.
Yeah, nice shot. That's the VIP. You see the pistol coming in clutch.
The next one is. It just said revealed something. Or is it because the UAV
Maybe spy plane. Probably a spy plane. Probably a spy plane.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Well,
that's what we're saying. Like,
you're playing it for 4 minutes.
It's a new mode.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to learn.
Okay, well now you're gonna get to understand it, Marksman.
This is the.
Some people are slow learners, some people are fast. Tim, that's a fast learner.
Well, he typically learns where you can jump off the map quickly and where you can't.
Yes.
What's the fall damage in the game?
You can fall off
everything. Anything and everything. Okay, so this is a little. Oh, this is the Tundra, but he's got some different. He's got iron sight. This is the iron sight.
Yeah, I was a
It's an iron sight Tundra. Is Tim going to be a good teammate? No,
I think he tried to be.
He tried to be. He tried to be real quick.
Yeah, I think he was trying to figure out maybe how to put on his stuff.
Whoa! Big Bob comes in for Noah. And Noah's the VIP.
All of his teammates are dropping around.
Oh, you got Tracker.
He goes in to try and melee him, gets a hit, but gets dropped.
That was kind of nasty. Jack, what was that flank, dude?
Kind of was. AK-74U coming in.
No, if he went for the pistol shots, maybe he gets the knock, but he was thinking, I'm going to beat this man to the floor.
No, it's probably not going to be in CDL settings because of that.
Oh, is it Marky B? Re-signed as the coach of the Toronto Ultra, one of the most famous Scotishmen alive.
Sick accent.
And Midnight is alone as the VIP. No 1v2.
Oh, wow!
Surprise!
Surprise!
Oh, I think this was the point. I think we just watched this. I think this was it. Just from a different point of view. Oh, you see the revive coming in?
Oh my god.
Oh, we had a knife out as well.
Almost.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, if he catches him on the run, it's just maybe.
So dope. Just maybe.
I love friends. How goes it? Great. Yeah, they got cold-blooded, so that's not a good situation to be in, is it?
We've seen a lot more activity towards this side.
Shot.
Yeah.
Frank and Beans.
Butters is nuts.
The Beans are gone. Just Frank now. Oh, that was clean. Little snap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you, bro. Got you, Elon.
The comms coming in. The cleanup.
Do you know how to play the piano?
Yes. With the keys. I know how to play it.
You do?
I don't know how to play it well.
There's a piano there. Now you just remind me of a piano player.
Why is that? Why do I remind you of a piano player?
Not sure, Joe.
How many?
You've got strong fingers.
Okay. All right.
All right, yeah. Whole squad was there.
Oh, well, that was a fast 4-0. We saw one of those in the previous map as well.
Oh, you're learning some stuff about the map.
Yeah, I think she thought she was like clear on that side.
Yeah.
Not the case. Somebody comes mantling and soaring on over. They'll drop, and now Prestige is key. We're first on with him, just trying to really go through his chat, answer a lot of questions, talk about what he's enjoying about the game. The pistol just a little bit. No, can't hit. Yeah, no, what he said, not as many bullets as I'd hope. It just ate the clip.
See the kill cams coming in. This looks like that XM4.
I think you can
Nice
pick
shots
up
with
I don't
it.
know why I didn't do that. I could have picked up that guy's gun right there. No, there's no weapon in space.
Maybe. We're not sure.
I don't think he can.
It would make sense.
But, like, I thought we saw someone try to do it, and they couldn't. Where you go?
Rambo Ray. Rambo Ray loves winning and anything.
Look at that.
Oh, nice shot.
Does he have like the most second places of anyone of all time? Not so like Jake.
Why'd you have to bring that up? That was just rude.
I'm sorry.
I apologize.
Ray, I love you. We're gonna
Doesn't he kick your butt in golf?
Oh, he smokes me. Yeah, we played the other day. I think I shot like a 115. He shot 72. He was like a 1 over par. I was like a 40 over par.
I'm actually learning chess.
He's teaching me slowly.
We'll get absolutely.
He's got the Tundra. He's got the 74. That's a quick game. That is a nice round. It starts with that snipe out of Rambo.
Yeah, I like the pace of this. Like, just rounds are quick, frantic, cruise through games, hop back in, play another. And that's what we love about Call of Duty. Outside talking like VR or something, we talk about the regular modes. It's about like that fast action. Get me in, get me out. Let me have some fun with the pals. This looks like another awesome addition to the core modes.
Yeah, I'm sure if it's one of those things, we're going up to 4. I'm sure a lot of the times it's going to slow down a little bit. People are going to figure it out, but I'm sure it's one of those things they can up the round when count if they need to.
You just heard him say VFP is the greatest money he's ever played before.
That's what I heard.
Yep.
It's good stuff there.
Yeah, we ripped through Miami. It was another 66 VIP. We continue to cruise on with the action. I think we still have 2 to 3 more maps and modes we're going to check on. We still haven't seen Control yet, and Control was kind of a fan favorite, one we really fell in love with when that debuted back in Black Ops 4. So excited to see that one. But what stood out to you is maybe the biggest difference between, I don't know, Miami and the previous snowmobile map?
Well, obviously the vehicles, but I mean, just a lot more close engagements. And I feel like we saw a lot more of Miami used, right? There was a lot more action around the docks than what we saw in Domination. It was cool. Again, you're seeing our players, our content creators really start to figure the maps out.
Yeah, 100%. But to break it down again, we're going to toss it right over to Anthony Wheeler.
Thanks, Clint. And also, we're learning a lot about VIP Escort as our streamers learn. I was learning during that game, and we saw the spy plane was coming into use. Multiple players that were the VIP were catching the players from their spy plane, showing them outlines through the wall and picking up the big kills. We saw that huge 4-piece out of that player that was below the club, picking up all those kills. And, when you see those footsteps from the tracker, it can point right to where the opponent is. Also, as a VIP with the pistol on this map, I felt like it was a little bit better because you can sort of finesse when you're inside of that middle club area. You can poke out, get some kills, or just put some damage down for your teammates to clean them up. You see Noah J right now with the pistol as the VIP, trying to pick up some kills or at least do some damage onto the opponents around there. And this was the play that I was talking about. This guy just went absolutely ham. He picked up like 2 kills, turned around, turned and burned with the laser on the 74U. Butters was picking up some kills in this round, but unfortunately, their team went down. I think it was 0-4, so that was a quick game out of them. But, yeah, we saw some intense moments here in this game. Miami can be a little bit faster paced in Crossroads. There are no vehicles on this map, and we saw a lot of fights around that middle club. We saw a lot of fights around the beach. And we're also seeing snipers getting pulled out as well. Rambo Ray here, the coach of the Dallas Empire, just won a world championship, getting his hands on the sticks, picking up kills with the sniper, doing what he does best. But we got to get into some more gameplay, so let's get back to Maven and Merc.
Thank you, sir. Yes, we continue on gameplay, on gameplay, on gameplay. Our content creators improve and thrive, learning the new modes. And now into Moscow we go, 6v6 Control. Joe, with Control debut with Black Ops 4, what you love about it? It's awesome.
There are just so many different moments. So first of all, you have a number of lives that you have to play around, right? I believe it was 30 in Black Ops 4. I don't know if they've made any tweaks. You have 2 zones. As the attacking team, you have to capture both zones or you eliminate your opponents to finish that one off. On the opposite end, if you're the defense, you're defending both of those zones. But here's the kicker. Here is the kicker. If you're the attacking team, there is a time limit. As soon as you capture one of those zones, that time limit is extended. So it creates a lot of these clutch plays. Can you extend that timer? It's just so fun to watch. There's a lot of clutch moments. There's a lot of crazy plays. The strategy is just amazing.
Yeah, I think clutch moments are one of the funnest things in Call of Duty or any game. It's like those crazy final crunch time moments. And it makes me think of what Champs back in Black Ops 4, what was it, FaZe 100 Thieves? It was like a 2v9 or something they had to clutch, and it was one of the more insane moments we've had. Like those clutch moments, especially, I mean, that transfers from the esports side or down to the casual side. You're playing with your buddies, you're in like a 1v5, and you make the play happen. You're standing up off the couch, hyped up and ready to go. So yeah, control leads to a lot of those mesmerizing, insane moments, and maybe we'll get some of those today.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see how many content creators played it, right? Because I think with that VIP escort, we might run into the same situation where people are like, what am I doing here, right? But yeah, I'm going to be interested to see. We're going back to Moscow. We really liked it, and I think you'll see more of it here, just like we saw in Miami. Just, players figuring out the map. Where do you want to take those engagements? And it's going to be a ton of fun.
Well, we're getting ready to get into the lobby as we hop on with these incredible content creators that were kind enough to join us today for this Cold War extravaganza.
Right away.
It is Deputy Hadbad, and yes, he is very familiar with control, and he was part of that crazy 100 Thieves phase match we just talked about.
You had to bring that up to just phase fans was there having a great day, and then you just brought it up, and they're probably thinking, what could have been?
On the winning side of it was enabled, though, so I was just setting that up, Joe.
Yeah, Nate's smiling. Nate is at home smiling. Like, thank you. Even as he is going through. Blocking the Type 63. But yeah, you still have 30 lives, a minute 30 to start. You see A, you see B. Typically, one of the zones is more like mid-map. Like you see the B zone where the other one is closer to the defensive spawn.
And it sounded like one of his teammates, so one of his teammates told him about to use a Type 63. He gets a kill and he say, you were lying. Like, I like this thing. Then he gets smoked and he said he was done with it. So that was a very wide range of emotions with that particular gun.
And here is another aspect of it. There are static spawns in Control. What does that mean? Your spawn point does not move around the map. The opponents know where you are spawning. What does that turn into? You can get spawn trapped back there for quite some time, both on the offensive side and that defensive side.
Potential to really get a big payday for having great map control, right? You can lock people in, you can set it up. So now over to a defensive POV as they're looking to hold off the onslaught coming in, but they've got a massive life advantage. They need to slow it down, pick them apart. Just try to maintain that big advantage.
Nice shots.
Yeah, that person got sick.
Nice snap right away. Oh, they take down another one. They have a 7 life advantage. Looks like a lot of the pressure is towards B right now, but locking down. Oh, the stun. That's stun.
Nice little stun in. That's one way to clear somebody out of a power position. Hit the stun, then fry them.
What was it, like the Black Ops 4 stun, where if you got stunned hard, you just high-five the air?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Looks like there's some of that element into it.
Oh, espresso, though. I kind of want an espresso right now, actually. Is it espresso or espresso? What's the drink? Is it espresso?
Espresso.
Espresso with an X or just an S?
Espresso.
Espresso?
Espresso.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I wasn't entirely sure. I got really confused.
You learn something new every day. You learn a lot about Cold War. You also learn a lot about language.
Now I want a cold brew.
I don't want to be cold. I need to go outside.
So you know, a lot of studios they'll keep it very cold because there's a lot of equipment going. You don't want anything to overheat.
Yeah.
And I get to wear a jacket today, so I honestly feel great.
Yeah.
Joe has been struggling. No, honestly, if it wasn't for the 6 foot rule and social distancing, I promise I would hold you during this entire broadcast.
You cuddle me?
100%.
We might have to do that at some point. I'll be here, Espresso, just sort of talk about Control, how much he loves it. He got notes for his wild cards. This player's still trying to figure these out. Over to the French monster, Gotaga. Rocking the 74U. What's that right there? Oh, that's not even Gotaga. They're out of lives. This is a 1 versus 9 for Testy. Can Testy clutch on up?
The problem, not a lot of time to work with either. There's 20 seconds left of that matchup, but we'll switch over to a closer matchup. This one, a 20v18. Zuma. For the New York Subliners on your screen.
The Italian Stallion. And really notably known for his flanks. This guy has some insane plays.
I think Kismet was shooting bodies there.
Oh, that's Noah. We still have Noah's audio on Zuma, so it's fine.
No, that's Tommy.
We just need the gameplay. Zuma's gameplay is nuts.
Well, during this,
he stopped shooting. Stop shooting.
Oh, that one was painful.
Oh, you can see his reaction.
Well, we've all been there. Especially it's difficult, I think, when you switch over for one title.
Wait, that time
all right. That's what we saw in the kill field.
The red dot as well, switching the attachments up.
I love that.
Is that a war machine?
But no, that like time to kill difference you'll have with some titles. Like you're like used to it. So like you just like stop shooting, thinking you have the kill, and the next thing you know, you're put in the blender. And well, for a couple of those people, that was a blender that tasted like Noah because he just was smoking people, and that's not.
Who do we even have on our team? Who is Deputy Hadman and Dom Time 20? We have like.
Well, Deputy Hadman's a Mabel.
Yeah, that's a professional Call of Duty
Yeah,
player.
Marksman, he would smoke your butt. I'm not sure.
Who's the deputy?
Yeah, people don't enable. People don't know Deputy.
I don't know why Enable's name is that. I have no idea.
It's horrendous.
He's sort of, for those of you that aren't familiar with Enable, I think slowly over the course of this year, he's gone a little bit insane. He's started to call himself Deputy Hadman in real life, and we're a little bit worried about it.
I'm bored with Hey Nicky. Hey Merce got that 74. You out?
No, look how much closer he was, though, honestly. Look how much closer he was compared to when we started the
He's
broadcast.
getting into it. He's trying out the M4, the XM4. He said, all right, let's slow it down a little bit.
And for kids at home, don't replicate
people are.
that posture. It can have long-term effects. You want to sit up straight.
That guy's just incredible.
Which I've learned to do this year.
Actually,
I'm proud of you.
Posture of a golden gun.
You used to be horrible.
No, I know. Really worked on it.
That damn low on live.
So this is what, a 6v9, I believe. So this is a clutchable situation for our blue squad. And it's Swag going big, brings it to a 6v7.
And they just got to defend the safe site, right? That's the thing with defense is
trying to make sure
you got to play well. You got to play around the zone.
If it is, it's not too bad. They get some
Like this for Drifter, you need someone to watch the play. All right, what is a field mic?
Can't see the little RCXD.
What is he? Oh, is that what it was? I was like, what's he shooting at? Okay, 4v4, going down the wire. 20 seconds remaining on the clock. All the pressure on the offense to make the play.
Oh, the RC connects.
3v3. During this whole sequence, Drifter has definitely had this flank on lock. But this could be the worst possible POV for this current situation.
Yep.
He just said it. I know it's boring, but I'm doing my job.
I like that. I like that.
Somebody's got to do it, Drifter.
Hey, Drifter, I love that. Because I'll tell you what, if you would have got one kill, it would have been the kill around.
Yeah.
It's looking slow.
Should have done that. We've all been there. As Scrump is he's still with his team's down 2-0.
This is it's literally
Up to
much
here.
closer. It's so much closer.
Correct.
Wow, I almost lined them up.
I think it was Skies with a couple back-to-back headshots. He had a little power position at that mid-statue. Oh, his sub-train's still going, by the way. He's having a great day.
He's having a great day. Content creator Scump is back in action. He's got a nice spot here with the M4. The beams come in, but Skies. Woo! I think Hutch likes these sort of modes. I feel like Hutch probably likes controlling them.
You can see that kind of fit his play style.
Hutch likes to dabble in the competitive modes from time to time. And that's why I love it. Hey, Noah.
What did Noah do? I mean, what was that reaction? He needs to do something naughty?
I'm thinking he's saying we 3-0'd. I'm thinking he's saying we dominated.
That makes sense.
Oh, no, he fried. He's got 4K damage.
All right, Noah.
Okay.
We'll write that one down.
That was my duo for a while.
That's right. You guys were like the Warzone duo.
That
You
was
and
my
Noah.
duo
You
for a
guys
while.
didn't win anything.
We got runner-up once in the LA Top 3 twice or something. We played well.
Okay. All right. I take it back.
Yeah, that was when, like, never mind.
I take it back.
You know what? I'm not going to get into it.
I just remember you spent a lot of money on to revive it. But now to one of the other matchups that we have. So what was a 3-0? This is just in the second game. So I don't know if they were a little staggered in their start. Totally a little wall bang there from Noisy Butters.
And that's an RC car.
Surprise. From celebration to
that's a car with the bomb
Tornado.
exploded, yeah. 5 alive, we got another close round here. Skies with the M4.
Oh, he's down to
it 2v5.
Yeah, that was like a
attack.
Aiden. It was Aiden.
Aiden had you, brother. Aiden had you.
He got had bad.
He had you good. Now that game's going to keep going. Typical Hammer says, nah, that wasn't a good one. I'm liking a lot of the weapon variety we're seeing already today, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's early in the title. You want to try everything out.
Marry me, Juliet.
It looks like most of the guns we've checked out, again, just due to the variants you can have with attachments. Like,
Rally points.
it's a lot of viable guns, right? Like a lot of spots and setups you can get into.
It's typical gamer into the banjo. I wasn't sure what was going on there.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Now, does she have the most like relaxing gaming posture you've ever seen?
If I played like she's currently sitting, I go 0-7.
She's just
no way I get a single kill.
I thought it was confirmed. I think they made a tweet about a battle pass. Next shot. How you liking it so far? It's actually really smooth, and I'm running in pretty high settings in 1440p. But I'm also running in 2080 Ti.
Oh, you hear that? High settings, 1440p. She's loving the feel. We heard a lot about that from the devs.
Yeah, I wanted to try that out. I mean, we've been talking obviously about the fact that 120 hertz would be possible on PS5. And that's one thing I haven't really messed with much, whether I've been playing on PC or playing on PlayStation. With crossplay is here, it's been awesome. I'm looking forward to that, continuing. But I haven't tried like a 144, like 1440p monitor. I've kind of thought about getting one. I haven't tried that.
We only have one zone left.
I have like 200. How many hertz do we have? 240? Yeah, a lot of them.
Plan established overhead.
I think he just shot his gun for the kill.
I think he just got the elimination. There it is.
You're right.
But we've been seeing in this spot, this fighter on the balcony. And I really like this scope. This scope's nice.
Watch out, frag.
You heard the comp. Watch out for the frag. And then he had to jump back. Yeah.
Trickles onto his screen. So that's like, I think that's one of, we say a couple, but an LMG out for him.
All right, this is Methods from the Toronto Ultra. Great assault rifle player. Not going to move much, though. All the movement.
Little finesse.
Is that Marcy? I think of a pep talk about what that guy's
It's the off-season. You don't have to coach right
listen,
now.
chill, coach.
Yeah.
Coach back there. Keep it down.
Guy thinks he's Phil Jackson.
Backseat gaming.
Phil won one event this year. Guy thinks he's Phil.
Yeah. Ooh, Nick with the M4. I like this sight. Not a lot of recoil, but he's getting posted up. But he's got to get on it. He's got to stop the clock when you're on it, when you're capturing it. Slows things down. Well, pauses the clock, unless there's a contest.
It freezes time. Crispy shots there, but Drifter. I think he got 3 in this sequence, but
okay, there you see. They get the capture. Time extends a minute.
So now the extra time to work with. They'll have to try and push the other side, but for now, just trying to play his life. They don't have a whole lot of respawns left. That might be one of the last ones here.
Okay, 8 versus 5, 8 versus 4, Nick. Gonna have to take his time, but who is that? Somebody set up Andy up. Was ready for him.
Yeah, it looked like a wild whirlwind, but then he snapped and hit all of his bullets.
Fuck, I just messed that up so bad. So, she's the last one alive.
Yeah, last one alive.
Oh, she's sending this shit.
Killed her.
Well, yes, she did. Unfortunately, just too many players to deal with. Wait, is that going to get us to round 5? Or was that the first round they won?
2-1.
Okay,
2-1, I think. It is, Tim. Yes, it is.
He's just got a little.
He's got a drum on it too. He's got a drum on it. He's got a suppressor on it. We've seen the laser sight as well.
That thing's a beam, bro. Straight up.
Yes, it is, Timothy.
The footsteps.